Turret out.
Spike down A.
I have the spike. Enemy spotted mid.
Reloading.
Careful. Reloading. Night night. Enemy in defender spawn.
Tet, ada heal nggak, Tet?
Ada. Aduh, ini. Jauh ya?
Jauh lagi anjing.
Taruh TW.
Makanya. Awas di push ya. Gua nggak tahu.
Enggak.
For you.
Ada flash goblok. Top pitnya nge-push tuh.
Spike down B. Last player standing.
Gimana anjing, tai.
We get a pick. We move in. Got it?
Killjoy di mana sih? Tet.
Enggak tahu tuh di mana. Mati di mid.
Bukan goblok, Killjoy musuhnya main di mana?
Main di B.
Yakin?
Iya.
Yakin?
100% subhanallah. Yakin.
Yakin?
Sangat yakin.
Yakin?
Placing sentry.
Going.
Reloading.
Oh my god.
Placing alarm bot. Reloading.
Apa ini?
Ada orang mati tuh.
Kagak sih nge-slow bangsat. Kenapa kok jadi ada orang anjing?
Di sini ada
Iya.
orang. Gua tadi mau lempar.
Ada orang.
Oh, di kiri ada orang.
Iya.
Ada cekrek-cekreknya tadi.
Ah GG lah anjing, di rank ini tuh gue emang gak ngerti anjing, musuhnya aneh banget ngempot.
Last player standing. Spike down A.
GG. Gak perlu nge-throw juga udah kalah Ted tadi mah.
They don't have a single life worth
Kita harus main Sky anjing, musuhnya Sky ya. Ya kenapa sih
Kayak
gak main
musuhnya
Sky
0-12
goblok?
nih. Kan
Emang
mereka
saya mah cupu,
kita
goblok.
butuh smoke.
Ya ini juga bukan smoke ya. Tadi saya pikir aja trigger doang. Oh gak apa-apa, kan nge-throw berarti.
Sejuk udah lah, santai aja cuy. Menang ini.
Santai aja.
Lihat skornya ini, gue pengen lihat angkanya.
Trust in my healing.
Gue kira lu maunya 69.
Iya,
911, call 911.
What's this?
Wow, bisa dong. Lo itu udah satu hit aja.
Placing
Jadi udah
alarm
heal
bot.
goblok.
Found them.
Spike down mid. Last player standing. Flawless.
Kayak gitu bisa mainin burunya doang. Nembak mah bisa ini.
I feel the strain. Block it out, Omen.
Yang lawan lagi.
Tet, bait gua Tet. Si kok pakai Marshall lagi anjing.
Kok headshot nih shotnya?
Gaya headshot machine.
Oh, Ani low lagi dong. Selagi dia nembak tembok nembus, ayo nembak tidak nembus. Tapi nggak ada keinginan sih.
Ayo nggak ketahuan anjing.
Stay down.
Lagi tuh minnya 2. Oh,
Nggak ketahuan Tet.
Enemy spotted mid.
Ini kenapa lu smoke ngentot? Ini gak jelek banget deh ini.
Duck.
Gimana Tet? Ngeri nggak Tet? Ngeri abis ya Tet ya?
Shadows traveling.
Oh, you joke!
30 seconds left.
Anjing.
Last player
Halo
standing.
penontonku. Halo penontonku. Satu orang, kamu sangat berarti sekali.
NC, my friend. Okay, Joe, you should go faster.
Nih,
No one is playing wide.
AWP
Ren is playing short. Piper is playing side.
AWP
You should go faster. I'll show you.
nih Jack.
Sure.
Cing banyak bacot besar ya, nanti bisa ditembak pakai AWP ini.
Dia kalah terus goblok dari tadi.
Soalnya
Kalah terus.
kalau AWP mah menang gua. Nih, menang nih AWP.
Deep breaths, everyone. Your hearts are coming.
Itu harus dicubit. Harus dicubit. Pakai
Itu siapa yang
AWP
nonton?
dicubit.
Itu yang nonton siapa Ted?
Enggak tahu 2 orang.
Hai.
Penonton.
Anyone who's watching it, hi.
Hi guys, can you subscribe my YouTube channel? I will very happy.
Mana B-nya
I
anjing?
have 15
Very happy fuck.
15 subbreaker. Oh kan, Natal dibilang teh boy.
Enemy spotted B.
Masih beraninya sulur.
Enemy kill.
Yeah, that's pop.
Reloading.
Yeah.
Two
Two B. Piper A. Reyna go back.
Barriers here.
Piper must be side, could be hell.
Ngentot malah ditembak.
Get out of my way. Your duty is not over.
One enemy remaining.
Jadi dari B.
Jadi dari B.
Pakai AWP jadi.
Clutch. Match point.
Where are we going
Wah,
this
kita
time?
kalah.
Remember what worked in the
Kita kalah.
past.
Gak ada waktu itu teh tadi.
Bukan kalah, tolol.
Di
Jetnya
defuse.
udah di A, lu bilang di B, lu bilang di B. Goblok bet anjing, Teti bener-bener dah.
Lu gak denger berarti diffuse banget.
Astaga. Tapi
Kan tadi lu juga di depan aja jetnya dari B.
Dia kan mati. Makanya gue nggak tahu, gue bilang di B dari mana?
Enemy spotted B. Placing sentry.
Our spike is down.
Bisa balik nggak? Bisa
Spike
balik nggak?
down A.
Tek spec go.
You should run.
Tek spec go.
Nggak bisa, goblok.
Lama.
See ya.
Meletak.
Reloading.
Nggak, lu lihat sana, goblok kan gue liatin itu lu.
Sabar dulu.
Blocking wall raid.
Goblok, ngapain anjing?
Last player standing. 30 seconds left.
Gigit. Jetnya pakai AWP. Aduh, anak.
One enemy remaining.
Tet, di bawah, tet.
Hell. Very nice.
I am not just your healer.
Lihat tadi gue
I got
loncat
you.
tembak
Just,
tembak
You
langsung
know,
kena aja.
from the front.
Ya, jump shot. Untungnya si Reina nembakin lu jadi ketahuan.
Iya ini.
Kalau gue jadi Reina, gue bakal diem. Kalau gue jadi Reina, gue bakal diem, sumpah. Sumpah.
Dua penontonku, apakah kamu melihat aku sangat jago
Turret
tadi?
out.
Wow, nice shot, my friend, nice shot.
Lumayan gue bisa cut buat ini lagi biasa
Ya udah, jangan mati, jangan kalah Rodin.
TikTok buat TikTok.
Jiren Anda tak 6 Jiren sih, gue lah gue. Kenapa nggak di jiggle dulu sih? Oh iya, ringnya. Gua. Ada satu
Enemy
ya,
spotted mid.
MN-nya. Shotnya. Nah.
Remove.
Wah, gue one shot tembak ini malah. Why you don't smoke?
Cover going out.
Get out of my way.
It's too late, apologize. Mita maju.
Spike down mid.
Ooh.
Oh,
Pacar, goblok.
oh
Ini nih,
Jiren.
dua.
Jiren
Jiren.
lihat kiri lu.
Why?
Blocking sight.
Why? Kan Jiren. Jiren, why?
Report ya si Jiren anjing emang. Ayam Jiren emang.
Jiren bangsat. Ted,
Ini
gimana Ted?
dua penontonku gak ada yang mau ngechat apa gitu.
30 seconds left. One enemy remaining.
Ted, masa di mana
Masa
Ted?
tadi-
Jujur Ted.
Ah, baru gua ngomong.
Nice.
Sucked.
Oh,
Sheesh.
AWP cek.
Oh iya, lu gue beli. Gue bisa beli.
Duit gua 8.000 cek.
Oh ya udah. Terus dia
Wih, ini skin mereka nih. We report Jiren, okay? Jiren so bad lesser mom.
Anyone playing with Jiren? Maybe? His friend?
Oh, what?
Oh, you
I get this?
Joy, it's your friend, right?
We
I know
go.
it. I know.
No,
it's
no,
your
no,
friend.
Stealing sight.
You guys are solo queuing.
Shadows traveling. Cover going out.
Shit. Mau masuk ke sini yakin goblok, ngeri aing ada. Nggak bohong lu, mau masuk ke sini nggak
Alarm bot
bisa,
out.
anjing.
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade.
Semuanya gue yang tembak
Placing
botnya
swarm
lah.
Swarm grenade out.
Reloading.
Wah, kena dong.
Pancing dulu aja, pancing gitu.
Can you jiggle pick in market?
Cover going out.
Ini semua udah di sini nih.
Finished. Sky kill.
Nice.
Welcome to my world.
Gue dapat mid.
Wall raised.
Gak usah di-pick Ted.
Don't have to pick, don't have to pick.
Mid, market.
City.
Market.
One market.
One enemy remaining.
Nah.
Lah kok kita jadi topeng duluan nih.
Ya gimana? Goblok ayo dari tadi ya. Gila, ayo 29 beda berapa?
Ayo jadi paling bawah loh, sebelah Jiren ini jadi di atas.
We a goofy goober, yeah.
You
Jiren the goofy
Gue ya.
Why? Jiren, why? Hey, why? Why you?
Then you finally came back. Oh my god, Jiren. Let's go. Dude. What the hell?
Jiren, are you?
Jiren, let's go,
good,
Jiren.
Quick peeks now.
Are you
No.
good,
You
Jiren?
plan okay because you are sentinel now.
Cancel.
Ayo dibilang jangan kalah, Teti.
Shadows traveling.
I've got your trail.
Nature girl down.
I have the spike.
Initiated.
Baru bilang
Shadows traveling.
jangan sampai. Duh anjing
Last player standing.
Gigis.
Defenders
Jiren,
win.
you are a curse, you know. You come back with
Jiren, why?
Ini penonton aja.
Jiren.
Setia banget nih.
Jiren, why are you doing this? Jiren. Goblok Ted, minus aing cuma 7.
Good dong.
What the hell? Gue mau lihat dulu yang clutch tadi mana sambil main lagi. Gas lagi Ted. Gas lagi dong. Poinnya berapa sih anjing? Bangsat
Ntar gue
69.
nanti mau
Sudah.
ngambil ini gue mau record yang tadi gue satu
Match found.
hot boy.
Gaya lah, gaya.
Gaya banget, aing teh gaya. Bersin aing map bersin namanya aja kayak berzizi.
Sneeze anjing bersih teh. Bukan breeze, it's fucking sneeze.
Beda dikit, Cek.
Coba gue liat mana di kelas di round berapa? 9-13 ya?
Habis aing kelas ya, kelas. Wih, penonton aing 3. Yes.
Oh ini.
Yes, penonton aing lebih banyak. Yes, 3.
Ini.
3 biji aing seneng banget.
Ini keren abis sih, Ted.
1/5 viewers aing. Seperlima apa ya namanya? Subbreaker. Oke. We need sentinel, right?
I don't know.
Nggak perlu.
I don't know. You don't know. We don't know.
You know. Yeah, I don't know.
This is sentinel, right?
No, that is controller.
Oh, controller. Yes.
Ya, kontol.
Mulai Euro aing. Hati-hati kalau saya pakai lihat Euro aing nanti saya langsung, "Woi, jadi yang ubud."
I'll fight anybody. I'll fight everybody.
Jangan dong.
Yang viewers aing 3-nya cuma sebentar doang, Bah. Aing udah seneng banget itu viewers aing 3. Paling Rico, lu, Theo udah 3 ini.
The Reina prepares on the other side. Kill her before she becomes monstrous.
Berarti nggak setuju yang nonton satu orang siapa sih anjing?
Gak tahu,
Penasaran.
orang baik banget sih Claire kayaknya.
Dia kayaknya masuk live stream dulu. Dia kayak masuk live stream
Boker
terus ditinggal.
sekarang kayaknya dia.
Ditinggal. Iya, di AFK-in ditinggal.
Nggak apa-apa.
Setia banget satu orang ini. Anda yang terbaik lah pokoknya.
Kalau kata Yolek juga kamu yang kutunggu.
Kayaknya yang like yang ngomong kayak gitu deh. Yang like mana yang ngomong kayak gitu? Yang gua tahu tetap like sugar.
Cutting through.
Enemy down.
Double door satu. Itu pusing nggak?
Reloading.
Pokok double door.
Enemy ahead.
One enemy remaining. Spike down
Last one, I
B.
think. Player.
Reloading.
Poison orb emitting. Spike planted.
Might be city, maybe mid.
Gue kira lo
Poison's off.
langsung pindah aja sulat.
Mid. Nice shot.
Tep.
Gila ini mah jago Ted. Ini kita waktu yang nge-throw di sini Ted.
Smart for our own good.
Yoro aing, aku entry-nya pakai Scott Emulsion boy.
Squad Travis Scott aja. Muat Ted.
Nah, sih buat pas tadi kesel gue.
Gak tahu.
Spike's here.
Iya.
Langsung pick Ted langsung teh. Kasih paham. Bangsat ini.
Wah, di belakang dibokong boy. One behind.
Oh my god, so many.
Nih lama banget gak masuknya.
One
Player
triangle.
standing.
One flank, one triangle.
Spike down A.
Nggak jadi pintar ini. Viper gue udah bilang one behind.
One enemy remaining.
One triangle left.
Ini kenapa yang ngomong cuma kita berdua dah?
Omen. Startled prey is easier to hunt.
Ted main panda, Ted.
Aduh, nggak ada
Siapa mau pakai apa?
beli.
Goblok. Ya, jangan, enggak. Bisa mau pakai apa dulu? Bentar.
Need a drop. Thanks.
One tap.
Enggak, jadi.
One tap lot ya.
Nanti kan bonus round juga, gue perlu carry juga.
Saya belum tahu yang one tap lot sejati.
KBW sih namanya.
Select them and kill them.
Nanti gue sambil
Bagus ya.
sengeran main juga nih, gue sambil sengeran.
Mana nggak ada?
Time to jump.
Kita kemana, Ted? Bola. Boom.
Shock dart. Stay down.
Toxin screen down. Spike planted.
Last player standing.
110. Kita buat
kita kembar sih.
Kita buat spray.
Kalau bercek emang ada waktunya kita jalan ini tempat gue.
astaga.
Emang itu dia seperti roda deh.
Hari ini kenapa sih?
Entry dong Beb, gue ini udah entry gitu. Udah entry gitu tadi gue lihat. Gue ada di backside tadi gue.
Enggak, bukan lu bang, bukan lu.
Oh, oke.
Paing ini pasti.
Iya pasti sih dong.
Biarin bodo amat ah. Ya udah, mau di-entry-in mas top lah.
Sudah deh langsung pakai pisau doang.
Ya enggak gitu dong,
Kan entry
anjing.
doang, katanya nggak disuruh bunuh.
Mana entry? Teman-temannya kemana anjing? Kagak ada flash, susah juga gue masuknya gimana? Ada etet tuh motornya.
Mati tuh.
Masih ada lagi. Reina di situ, saya di situ.
Die.
Kan? Oh my god, these guys so good.
Wah, nggak bisa. Oh,
One enemy remaining.
kalau kayak gini gue nggak usah apa-apa dong.
Ada titiknya, ada titik. Dingin aja. Saya taunya
kill 3.
mereka orang. Saya taunya mereka orang Indo dari mana, Ted?
Si RR
Tadi lu ngomong Indo.
entry dong.
Enggak,
Sweet.
enggak tadi
that
lu
went
ngomong
well.
Indo enggak?
Iya,
Alright,
kan
same
bilang,
thing this time.
It's a Euro smoker, no, it's a controller. Semua mau oh yeah, it's a controller gitu.
Ah, paham. Game ini aing mati sweat terus nih, malas nih anjing. Isolate them.
For A.
Forever.
Go B.
Decoy.
Spike planted.
Gak ada yang jaga belakang gue ya.
Goblok lah, rame bet dah anjing. 3 ya Ted, CT ya Ted. 3 Ted.
Scanning ahead.
Bisa dari mid juga ya. Ini ngeri banget ya.
Anyone else?
One enemy remaining.
What the fuck anjing, fucking hack gini bal.
Time to jump.
Jelek banget ya gue main. Chatnya keluar.
Bohong, penipu ulung.
Nggak apa-apa gitu, Ted.
They're supposed to be fighting back, right?
Neng mati mulu udah.
Kapan lagi jetnya nggak pakai AWP, Yorunya yang pakai.
Iya betul sekali. Ted beliin lah.
Mau apa?
Ya itu goblok kan gue dari spec.
Oh ya, ini fans saya aja yang beli yang dulu.
Salah aja.
Kita suka di pit nggak?
Pick them off.
Ini suka di pit nggak nih?
Nggak tahu.
Nggak ada.
Belum tahu.
Cutting through.
Get out of my way!
Revealing area. Found them.
Satu clear saya. Terbang satu.
I've got your trail.
Situ anjing goblok.
Enemy spotted A.
You should run.
Portal closed.
Thread gue ngelek anjing.
Reloading.
Wah, kena.
Last player
Kiri lu ada,
standing.
kiri
One
close lu banget.
enemy remaining.
Oh enggak, udah bukan di situ,
I'll
Siapa yang ulti goblok? Oh, big brain.
Lah, kepencet anjing.
I'm back.
Kepencet, salah pencet. Ayo mau pencet X malah pencet. Aduh.
Next try bang, next try.
If I kill all the enemies myself, I apologize. I have trouble sharing.
Need a drop.
Next try bang, next try.
Mau pencet X aja sumpah. Aduh. Mau pencet X jadi E ini.
Welcome to my world.
Here. Here.
Belakang
Blocking sight. Blocking sight.
There they are.
Anjir ya ini.
Anjing lah, susah banget gue nggak ada rekon dong. Rekonnya kemana sih?
Spike down A. Last player standing. Flawless.
Dimajuin itu berarti si Mo.
Gue minta rekonnya dong.
Ini masih nonton satu sih, sumpah. Gak tahu. Ini ya tanggung karena lu nonton sendiri ya. Kalau lu share kayaknya temen lu nanti masuk nih. Guys, tolong bantu ya gitu ya. Kayaknya gue harus ngadain giveaway ya.
Bangsatnya
100 subbreaker giveaway 1000 PP dulu ini.
Gila, 100 subbreaker 1000 VP-nya tuh.
Ya nggak apa-apa, 100 dulu aja yang penting kelihatan ganteng nih.
Spike down B.
Cutting through.
Aing tahu pasti di sana, makanya yang lempar bola ubi.
Someone's in defender spawn.
I have the spike.
Cover going out.
Last player standing.
Kenapa ini omainnya loncat-loncat pakai pisau aja?
Nggak tahu. Dan nggak tahu kotanya saya. Bangsa si Teti jahat bisa ada ini.
Enggak, dari tadi nggak ada yang lihat lu.
Yang nggak tahu kotanya saya. Aing nge-wave anjing. Tet, males mainnya Tet aing Tet. Sumpah Tet. Bete anjing.
Ini pampaknya itu ya.
Gue gak dapet info apa-apa dari teman gue anjing, ada di mana nggak ada yang ngomong sama sekali anjing.
They're nothing but flies.
Orang ini tes di WhatsApp gitu loh.
DT anjing nggak ada info nggak ada apa susah main anjing.
Need a drop. Thanks.
Di hole ada nggak sih? Hole biasa ada nggak sih?
Ada, cuma di jiggle doang kan.
Oh.
Leave no
Pick ini lah tet, pick ininya tet, pick ini double door sama gua.
So,
Nggak pernah mau nge-pick anjing double door. Ah iya.
Decoy. Cutting
Ada yang
through.
lihat aja itu.
Our spike carrier is dead.
Spike down mid.
I got the spike.
tiga orang mati sama satu ini. Satu dekat saya.
Last player standing.
Renanya
Ya
selalu
juga nggak tahu dia ada di sini.
Rena selalu bohong.
Gue juga nggak tahu dia ada di sini tadi.
ease their suffering.
Mana ya? Anjing maaf dia tanya nggak bisa pesan bal. Main cepet gitu ya?
Main cepet gitu.
Tuh main cepet deh.
Ayo tempatnya KWP.
Goblok susah banget. Aing entry-nya sendiri anjing.
Ya udah. Coba pasang. Ayo enak ya.
Menangin dulu aja.
Pasti
Jika gue
KWP
kan
nih,
gitu
anjing.
juga. Ya juga dulu aja dulu makannya.
Pasti dapat
Revealing
kan?
area.
Blocking sight.
Time to jump.
Defeated.
Anjing dong obat dah. Asli.
Planted.
Oh, belakang. Gak ada yang lihat tuh ayah anjing main tuh.
Last player standing.
Kalau gua entry ya nggak ada yang lihat belakang aja.
Ya makanya. Dia nge-reveal-nya belum masuk dia udah reveal. Tahu lah. Aing matinya gitu aja ini mau.
Karena dia yang pakai jadi musuh juga boy.
Move in after I
Memang
strike.
map ini nggak bagus
That's
buat
when
dia
they're
sih.
weak.
Bagus goblok.
Aing lagi mau dukung saya gitu Jack. Dia kayaknya nggak cocok ini. Ente lagi mau dukung saya sih malah rendah diri lagi.
Jelek anjing jelek banget pai.
Iya, maafin.
Gua bangsat.
Ini sih satu penonton
Jump.
Aing ketahuan dia. Nanti ketahuan dia penonton Aing asli ini.
Bukan komedi itu mah goblok. Drone dulu lah tuh bro. Udah nggak mau ngedrone ya udah ini.
Our spike carrier is dead.
Lihat dah,
Spike
lihat.
down B.
Masuk kagak?
Cutting through.
Spike with you.
Last player standing.
Nggak mau masuk anjing wah. Udah nggak di situ goblok orang game seperti itu. Udah ente dah.
Masih bisa ngambil bom pakai TP kan?
Bisa lah.
Shadows traveling.
Kalau lu coba lari ke dulu terus TP ambil bom.
Watch them run. Teleport stopped.
Jangan angle gitu.
One enemy remaining.
Killed.
Pas
30 seconds left.
You forget your place.
Jago anjing.
AWP.
Lah kok
Last round before the switch.
Can't take anything with us after this. Go for broke.
Udah yang main Spectre aja di map segede gini Spectre aja yang bener.
mereka ngomong gua mute anjing. Ini goblok nggak boleh lempar paling lagi sih.
Itu kado sih.
Bangsat aing nggak butuh kado kayak gitu anjing. Mau kemana Ted? Mau kemana Ted?
Saya langsung ulti nih, mau masukin double lure gitu. Mau nggak? Ayo ulting.
I'll return.
Welcome to my
I'll
world.
handle this. I'm back.
Wah, smoke-nya ganggu banget anjing.
Scanning ahead.
Di smoke anjing. Jack, halo Jack.
Last player standing. Spike down mid.
Hai penontonku.
Switching
Suckers better
sides.
watch their backs.
Gak masuk kan suaranya. Tenang yang tak indah. Mau lihat nggak guys monitor gua kedua? Triportnya aja pakai 8. Kadang-kadang ubi tak perlu dibaca.
Shadows traveling.
Enemy spotted mid.
Mundur.
Time to jump. Bad luck. Over here.
Spike planted.
3.
Bisa.
Shadows traveling.
Tet,
Ah, kenapa sih Jack?
nggak aing mati goblok.
Keren.
Kalah tadi.
Kalah lah. Lu berapa lama tim kita menang? Viper line up lagi.
Reloading.
Line up lagi.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
What's another death?
Atau ini juga si ini juga nonton. Komen.
Oh, dengar.
Masih nggak mau surrender dong. Wah, hari nembak headshot. GG.
Keklik itu siapa?
Spike planted.
Scanning ahead.
Oh, lihat musuh juga
Last
310
player
ternyata.
standing.
Kenapa?
Lihat musuh juga 310.
Biasa teh.
Gak bisa tet anjing ya. Tai lah, kesel banget gua anjing.
I'll make them remember. They're only human.
Tadi teh berarti berapa half ya? Tadi halfnya berapa Ted?
Halfnya ini.
Goblok.
765.
Goblok gimana
75,
sih?
75.
Cutting through.
Spike planted.
Aing ini saya goblok. Oh, aing dikorbankeun anjing.
I'll handle this.
Itu kabing
One
yang dipit
enemy
dong.
remaining.
Astaga.
I'm back.
Aing lagi yang kena one tap-nya tap anjing dari sekian banyak nggak tahu lah ini maaf anjing ngapain ini.
Win. Show me where to go.
Nggak kan aing beli goblok.
Omen. Gila, penonton satu ini gue setia banget bro. Sayang banget gue sama lu sumpah. Muncul lah nih, biar beneran kita lu beneran nonton gitu bang.
Bisa jadi tuh bot goblok.
Dua orang asik. Hai guys. Tolong
Time to jump.
dibantu ya.
Decoy.
Goblok.
Lagi ini apa? Yang omit.
Oleh satu ya. Mitnya udah masuk ini.
Portal closed.
Ya ditungguin anjing. Ada lagi Ted? Oh udah mati dulu. Satu hole.
Cutting
Spike
through.
planted.
Bola shit cuma ke belakang situ doang apa bedanya anjing?
Revealing area. There they are. Shot.
Last player standing.
120. Killjoy lo.
Tanya sih. Lu tahu udah mainnya males banget anjing. Itu nggak bohong.
Ayo bro penontonku.
What do you say, drone?
Katakanlah
Ready to
sesuatu di
stretch your
chatku
wings?
dong. Aku merasa ditonton sama bot.
Tidak tonton sama bot.
Coba say hi gitu, habis itu keluar nggak apa-apa dah.
Say hi.
Hai gitu lah. Habis itu
Ted.
mau keluar nggak apa-apa.
Katain kill 3 Ted.
Wah.
Wah. Oh bete anjing aing bal.
Time to jump.
Bete anjing kill 3 mah anjing. Bete banget anjing, gak bohong.
Gak ada yang liatin mid gue ya?
Gak ada.
Welcome to my world.
You should run.
Spike planted.
Viper line up.
Ada yang nge-cheat.
Ini mau redanya nggak cheat ya?
Lu keluar nggak?
Neutralized.
Keluar nggak?
Kagak.
Lah goblok kok aing sendiri yang keluar anjing.
Deploying
Relanya.
drone.
Cheat itu redanya.
Lah, itu ID-nya online nggak? Kayaknya ditabrak deh.
Tabrak kayaknya.
Oh goblok.
One enemy remaining. Last
Shotgun.
player standing.
Jet ngapain main sih, bodoh dah. Alah Jetnya, siapa sih bang itu bang?
Gak tau. Ini empatan mereka tigaan mereka Indo ya.
Emang.
Dibilang
Itu-
jetnya ngapain sih bodoh.
ID gua balik lagi nggak?
Kagak.
Enemies close.
Eyes up. Ada yang nabrak ini goblok siapa sih?
Jajan ini yang satu lagi yang nonton nih 2 orang kayak teman yang satu yang tadi yang setia banget nih. Beneran gak ngomong dua-duanya tuh. Guys, please lah. Say apapun A itu dong, kalau nggak karena seru B gitu kan. Satu huruf aja gratis kok. Ini bukan SMS kok, ini bukan SMS. Gak bayar deh, gak bayar gitu.
Time to jump.
Dibilang apa sih?
Wah, Renanya nge-cheat ini mah ini.
Tahu dari mana?
Spike planted.
Harus lihat.
Scanning
Lihat,
ahead.
Gak normal aja Renan sumpah, gak normal banget. Lari deh.
Tapi dia
Posisi.
emang nungguin sih.
Aneh anjing gitu kan.
Aing DC terus udah goblok.
Last player standing.
Tuh lihat yang kenanya teh Aing. Goblok banget anjing orang-orang ini.
Ini nanya nih bisa sumpah ini.
Kenapa?
Match point.
Jadi Pak gini nih. Aing tunggu di misalnya Aing tunggu di sini.
Probably best to play as a team.
Jack.
What's the plan?
Ada Aing tar.
Jat udah tau tolong. KFK mulu ngapain sih lo main?
Di mana?
Hilang ya dari dunia anjing. Ngapain sih?
Misalnya di
Apa
sini,
sih,
gua di sini ya. Dia gila langsung.
Jat tau tolong OP. Lu miss sekali lu
Emang game
gua
setting
report
gue,
kan
meren.
ya.
Nah, naik ke 26
Cutting through.
I've got your trail.
Spike down A.
This.
Ada lagi nggak tas?
Enggak ada.
I'm back. Sky killed.
One enemy remaining.
Masih di mana? Oh di
closed.
situ. Gua liatin cave lu.
You died last. Good job.
Goblok nge-lag banget.
This place is nice, but not nice enough to die in. Let's win and get out of here.
Aman.
Thank you.
Oh, dibeli.
Salah kesobet anjing gue. Sumpah.
Si Mavolus itu bocil ini.
Itu cewek goblok suaranya.
Bocil.
Tau dari mana?
Suara anak kecil banget itu. Beda, gue udah tahu.
Sih juga bocil.
Time to jump.
Jangan di-up dulu dong. Dinaikin aja. Polnya nggak ada yang ngisi.
Blinding.
Careful. Wah, lihat timingnya, aduh. Itu sih harus lihat banget anjing.
Penting B.
Spike planted.
Ini yang lainnya nggak normal.
Enggak.
Standing ahead.
Enemy spotted me.
One enemy remaining.
Was that important?
Sorry, pretty boy.
I'll pick them apart.
Masih normal.
You clean up whatever's left.
Main hold.
Ini kayaknya dia lagi di depan komputer terus pas masuk ke YouTube aja tiba-tiba kena serangan jantung gitu gimana ya?
What the?
Nggak keluar duluan.
Apa ya?
Gua butuh lu typing biar gua tahu lu masih hidup gitu loh. Soalnya nggak pernah ada nontonin gua selama lu selain Rico aja. Jadi ini Rico ini.
Hit them when they're not
Jadi
looking.
ini Rico aja.
Get out of my way! Watch this! Enemy spotted A.
Time to jump.
Spike spotted A.
Enggak ada. Tet, lihat hole-nya, Tet. Lihat hole. Ini satu hole.
Enemy spotted A.
Decoy.
Holok gua Slow deh.
Reloading.
Right here.
One enemy remaining. 30 seconds left.
Anjing lah, matinya tuh gitu wae.
Decoy.
138 tuh 12 SP. Kena dong.
10 seconds left.
Mau ya Tet, AWP-nya Tet punya aing gitu mah anjing.
Iya, iya.
Aing udah gak ada senjata lagi anjing.
I'm amped. Let's go. I got things to do.
Mana? Thank you.
I need a drop.
Off B-nya.
Thanks.
Gue udah ngomong lagi itu siapa? Jetnya nggak tahu gue.
Enggak apa-apa bilang enggak.
Ada 2 lagi penonton aing. Akhirnya ada yang berlalu lalang lah.
Cutting through.
Kalau kata HiFi juga tetaplah engkau di sini. Jangan datang lalu kau pergi. Itu kayaknya HiFi udah jadi YouTuber kayak gitu tadi. Buat lagu itu nih, gara-gara viewernya jat 101010.
B-nya. Bawa siapa lagi bawa player gitu nih.
Ini kosongnya nih teh.
Kenapa rotate semua sih?
Nggak tahu.
You should run.
B sih ini.
Tapi enggak, gua ke koholnya dulu aja.
Cutting through.
Belum masuk atau udah? Masuk Tet, masuk Tet.
Spike planted.
Gua agen ya.
One enemy remaining.
You failed. Now
Comeback tapi kilangnya cuma 6. Kayak nangis anjing.
Menang bang?
act on my intel. Don't give them time to
Nanggung malu.
Siapa kill tadi? 1.
Kill Renanya. Di raceku ya.
Tau overtime ini, aing ketawa sumpah nih overtime.
Mau kita overtime atau enggak?
Overtime tapi kita kalahin gimana? Biar kita udah susah-susah nih mereka tuh. Bisa nih Jetnya udah jago nih. Tidak. Yoru sama Jetnya jago dong gitu tadi.
Time to jump.
Atuh kalau dinyalain tuh saya ngepilih gimana?
Ya, tenyaho nya. Sumpah nage dan tenyaho, tuh kata orang. Aing mah tenyaho. Aing mah tenyaho, erek kitu. Sumpah nage dan tenyaho. 65. Gila dua-duanya langsung aing lari tembak kena semua. Biarin. Dua penontonku dua. Subret dong.
Pakai drop ya?
Spike down A.
neutralize.
Ini buka kola siapa lagi?
Bibi.
Pakai drop di situ bangsat.
Spike-nya di mana?
Grounded.
Drop di sini.
Here.
Spike-nya katanya drop di
Nggak
cabi.
tahu ya.
Belakang sih saya dijagain sih. Tapi jagainnya bukan di ini nih, jagainnya bukan di city, jagainnya di hall.
One enemy remaining. 30 seconds left.
Mid.
Mundur.
Last player
Ding.
standing. Clutch.
Aneh bisa.
Attackers win.
Ngeri anjing itu mah.
Bukan ngeri lagi, edan ini katanya.
Kok dia tahu gue di situ ya anjing, ngeri banget, Tai.
Kayaknya enggak tahu ya.
Edan itu mah.
Langsung di headset juga kan si itunya.
Yo.
Itunya. Kayaknya report gratis kan?
Ketemu Diamond. Hah? Ketemu Diamondnya.
Jacqueline anjing. Ini mah Jacqueline-nya kayak si ini, Jacqueline tau gak Jacqueline?
Report lah main
Platinumnya
cheat.
report anjing ini mah.
Lagi Tet.
Lapar tapi gua.
Gue juga mau makan dulu sih tapi ya.
Makan
Mau makan dulu.
Sambil nonton ini EG lawan ini.
Mana bentar. Tuh. Udah mulai gitu jam 2 kan?
Iya, jam berapa sekarang?
Bentar, gue buka dulu berarti. Mozilla ya. Bentar.
Berapa
Nggak makan dulu bentar.
Berarti Valorantnya tutup, buka display picture. Nih guys ya, dua penonton aing, saya kalau mau kaya nih lihat VP game ya. Saya buka VP game terus saya deposit di sana. Kalau nggak saya di 5 Etop.
Oh, love you, thank you, welcome back. A lot has changed since 2 years ago in the world of Dota 2. Neutral items? Scepters? How are you gonna explain those?
It'll be a fun experience. We'll just have to take them one at a time and try to talk about them when they come up.
Sure, oh yeah, that's probably the best way, otherwise information overload, absolutely. First game of the day, Evil Geniuses taking on Aster. We're just gonna start the normal way. We're just gonna ease you into it. So this will be our starting series, of course, as said. There's a stream A, there's a stream B, there's a stream C and D. You'll be able to follow your favorite team regardless, but we are jumping into EG versus Aster, and I'm just really curious, Insania, how do you feel Aster will perform with the stand-in?
I think the same thing you said about VP and Alliance could be said about Aster too, right? They've been really, really strong in China, but then when they come to the LAN events, they don't look quite as dominant as they do in their own region. So I think with a stand-in on top of that, they're playing EG, who for me personally seem like one of the favorites coming into this. And I think it's been a lot of patches leading up to this event.
Yeah.
More than usual.
Yeah.
I think EG are notorious for like, they always figure it out really, really fast. I think it's one of our TZ's like high quality traits. He's just really good at figuring out patches. So I think they're in for a pretty tough opponent here, starting off.
I don't think there's ever been a hero added to captain's mode with such minimal data on them.
Oh, that's true.
Dawnbreaker is in the game. Insania, what do you think? Is she a support? Is she an offlane? Is she a core?
I mean, I've mainly seen it as a 5 or a 4. And I mean, I don't think anybody wants to lane against that hero. That's primarily like the really, really early game
It's so
is really
annoying.
strong.
It's so annoying.
So I think I wouldn't be surprised to see it quite a bit in the group stage. I don't know if it's going to pan out for the entire event, but I think you're going to catch a lot of people off guard who aren't used to playing against it. So
yeah, but surely, I mean, two months of extra practice before TI, I almost feel like that would be a detriment. You get into your own head, Jenkins, surely.
Yeah, I mean, you could, but I also feel like people are spamming a lot of these heroes in pubs, and I don't really see much changing for at least in terms of like Dawnbreaker. I don't see much changing in terms of like the general build and what people are doing. So I feel like teams will be decently used to it, but yeah, I think laning is the biggest pain in the ass for her. But the build is like generally the same. Everybody's just going Holy Lock at every game.
yeah, I think it's primarily like a heal-based build where you play around your ulti. I really like the Aghanim Scepter. I think it's really, really strong.
I think it's core?
Yeah, support. If you can get
No,
to
no,
it.
no, is it
oh,
core
it's a
on
core
her?
item?
Yeah.
I'm not sure because I haven't seen the hero too much. I'm not like, I don't know exactly what the perfect build for her is, but I do think the Aghanim Scepter is very, very strong. And it's 60% evasion, which is one of those things that you don't really notice it when you're playing against it, but just 60% less physical damage overall, so.
Yeah. And we talk about EG Aster, maybe not the most even playing field that where they're gonna open the day with. How do you feel the playing field is in general for this the TI compared to other Jenkins?
You know, for every TI, I always feel like the meta shifts so quickly because of the human emotion involved with the stakes being so high. Like we talked about money, prestige, with the whole COVID era and 2 years waiting for this, finally people get to play again. So basically, I think that the team that thrives in chaos will do the best. And so I couldn't even predict what team that is. I would like to say it's a team that has like a mental coach. Yeah. So I think having Dr. K is like really important for EG. I think that an actual argument for Aster is that there's a lot of stuff that you can see that they do differently online versus whenever they're playing on LAN, which I know that there's not that much data of them actually playing on LAN because they've been knocked out. They'll do things like poking and then backing off when people TP and stuff like that, which is a very mental thing to do in Dota because in order to not commit, you have to really be comfortable with your own emotions and your teammates' emotions. So I think it's a mental game. I think it's who's gonna do well is who can thrive in the most chaos, and it's so hard to say who that's gonna be because of the strange circumstances with this TI. There's lots of mental coaches. It's kind of on LAN, it's kind of not. It's a little weird.
Yeah, and it's why you think that the three-peat is very much possible, right? Because it's the mental game for OG that they have won twice already.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a big part of it. And I think there's something that, to your point about chaos, I think like when you look at PSG LGD throughout the year, they've proven that they can win games where they're losing, they can win games where they're looking strong. And I think that's a very, very good sign for a team that you want to see do well at TI, because you're going to run into some games that are going to be hard. And it's not just going to be like smooth sailing, stomping all your way to the grand finals. I don't think we've had that like almost since TI3.
Yeah.
Has any team that has been the favorite to win TI ever won TI other than potentially Alliance?
I'd say Wings.
I think Wings, yeah.
TI6.
Were they? But they were not really the finals for a lot of people going in, though. Once the tournament started, yes, they looked like the best.
From my memory, the DPC ended, and then they were like pretty good. And then like summits happened, and some other small non-DPC tournaments happened. Everyone was like, "Oh my god, these Wings guys!"
Yeah.
And 2 of them are on LGD, so it's a pretty good pedigree to have.
Yes.
I feel like every year VP is the favorites to win TI. Like that's at
also
least
true.
in like
Apart
the
from
previous
this,
years.
I would say this year. I mean,
Other
they
than
haven't,
this year,
they
other than-
haven't performed online. One thing, a little nugget of information regarding Virtus Pro, because yes, they are playing with a coach, playing as and have a coach to back them up as well. But one thing that they also changed is that Virtus Pro, the organization, has hired a former basketball professional.
Oh, that's cool.
To help them
Basketball
with
professional player?
I think player.
Okay.
To help them with discipline in terms of training, because obviously before they were boot camping for a lot of their DPC season, and their region they crushed their region. It wasn't close.
Not even close.
Like
both seasons.
Both seasons, first place, easy breezy. Maybe dropped 1 game in total or something stupid like that. But they maybe got a little too lax, so now they have help, and we spoke at some point to DM about that, their offlane player, and he's like, yeah, he's helping us with discipline to make sure, you know, we wake up certain time to train properly. Because at some point, if you're cruising through everything, you don't need that, right? You don't need that practice, and now
They need it. They really need it.
They're also very, very young.
They are,
guys also,
yeah.
So
Dude.
they didn't go through college and stuff like that, have to wake up for classes, like anything like that. They just rolled up, started kicking ass at Dota. They maybe need a little bit of structure.
Dude, it is so obvious in their playstyle too. It's like that team more than any other team. If one of their cores is doing well, they will just build Chad items like offlane, like Desolator Mars or something like that, and then everybody plays around them as if they're the carry. Like that team is the closest thing to a pub stack that you can find, like a very organized pub stack. And I know it seems insane, but they're like the individually highest skilled team where they just play around the one guy that's popping off in the game. But a lot of teams don't really do that.
That's a hallmark of the Eastern European region, but also the South American region, which we have never had 3 South American teams at a TI. We've had 1 at most, and that's just been for like the last few TIs.
Yeah.
So the regional representation is way more even. So while Eastern Europe was usually known for being the pub star, unstructured one, now South America kind of conversely is getting more structure with the DPC and coming into this TI extremely strong. So both those regions excite me quite a bit.
Yeah, it's also one of the reasons
lawan apa
why
game
most
pertama?
newcomers at TI ever, because
Oh
you got a lot of
Dota 2 di
people that were here, and
internasional.
also Europe underperforming a little bit. Do you feel like that's gonna go away, like OG Alliance Secret? You think they're all 3 gonna do well and carry like the European region properly?
So I was looking at the groups when they first announced them, and I was trying to think to myself, like, okay, which teams I think are gonna go upper bracket?
Yeah.
And I have both OG and Alliance, both OG and Secret going upper bracket.
Okay.
And I think Alliance is a contender, but I don't have them as like super clearly going upper bracket. But I think we'll find out. I don't think Europe is as weak as they were a couple of months ago. I think now we've adapted to the patch a bit more, and having China play European pubs for a while, I think it's definitely helped. And there's been quite a lot of tournaments.
And I love the
beli celana dalam baru yang lama bolong,
bangsat
apaan sih?
Question to me actually is how has this, you know, for a team like Undying or you know, SG or something, like coming from like NA pubs to playing with literally all of the best players from every region. It's like instead of your guys running down mid, you actually have mid laners in the pubs. Rather than on US East, so it's like how will that change these teams that are kind of expected to underperform?
Gue tanya si Suho mau main gak?
It's like, well, everybody's on the same playing field now for at least a month, and especially because of because of COVID, people are flying in so much earlier to practice.
Yeah, so the pubs have been madness for a while.
Have been madness for a while.
Tier, right? The best.
I believe he's still rank 1.
I think GPK is rank 1. I think it's GPK, nothing to say, and then CCNC.
Oh, is that how it is?
They're like CCNC. Yeah. Depending on if Quinn is like breaking his items and avoid listing ogres. That was a great Reddit clip.
Could we get maybe not a mid laner as number 1 at some point, or is that never going to happen?
Oh yeah,
it happens. I think it's really patch dependent. Like
Really?
you'll see depending on patches, especially when it comes to pub games, certain roles.
Kecil ya yang nonton 26.000 tet, lo aja lebih banyak kayaknya.
I saw you've been breaking your own MMR records.
Right. So no, but different roles.
Kayak Reina tadi.
So strong because even I noticed it, and I'm a pleb.
So I think it's
kayak si siapa Reina tadi teh, si Jigen.
Like right now the 5 is like a pretty dominant support most of the time. And when you win your lanes, you tend to set yourself up to have a good game for your carry, and you shut down their tempo. So the game is off to a good start, I think. And in the current patch, that means a lot. So that's just my take on it.
Yeah, that's a big difference from, for example, previous TI, where the emphasis was very much on the position 4s.
Yeah, I think 5s this year are going to very much stand out. Like, I think you have someone like EG Fly. He's looked really, really good. I've been watching a lot of his games, and I think he's going to perform really, really well, and he's going to be a standout 5. I'm confident in that. And I think teams that have strong, like, mechanically talented 5 players are really going to stand out.
What's the worst role for
at the moment
for climbing, for having an impact in the game? I mean, I have a theory, but I'm curious what you guys think.
I think position 4 is the hardest right now.
Really?
Because you're a support and you get to go up against these very strong 5s. That's my feeling.
Okay. I feel like offlaners are just generic stunning guys. Like when I was looking at Thunder Predator, and I think they played recently in 2 tournaments, and they got last place in both, and then won 1 game or something like that. And then this is the team that went 5 through 6 at the Singapore major, right? But then I noticed that Frank, who's their highest rated player, he was like ranked 6 in NA as an offlaner. He's playing Centaur, Mars, stuff like that. And the guy's like he's like a Beastmaster, Batrider, like cheese pick player. But that's not how the offlane really is right now. I mean, it depends on the team, depends on the meta, obviously. It's been like a month since we've seen anything, but it feels like offlane is Sand King, Centaur. You just stun for your carry.
So if we are talking a bit more in depth about the actual Dota game at the moment, then you're saying that at the moment,
Kan itu analis
as far as your offlane go, you gotta go for heroes that are good with levels.
Jangan samain otaknya sama kayak otak Leon mid lu, bangsat.
Yeah, sure. And I think teams that have offlaners that thrive under those circumstances
Siapa yang kepikiran pick Lion mid di
turnamen? There are some
turnamen?
teams that will just leave their offlaner totally alone. Like Undying, for example. Moon always rotates. He's always stacking. He's always picking up runes. He just leaves Saberlight there just to do his own thing.
Siapa Miracle? Siapa pertanyaannya?
Leaving like some Sand Kings, some Centaur, Venomets, or whatever.
I think there's going to be different approaches, actually. I think this is like one of the cool things about the lead up to TI, where you don't know what's going to happen. Like all these teams have been practicing in different regions, and they're scrimming different things, and they're going to come up with different ideas. And I think the group stage really, like, you're going to find out whose ideas were the best.
Yeah.
Group stage really is like whatever you did in this past month, you're going to find out, was this worth your time, or were you just, now you need to copy what somebody else is doing, or you need to learn from somebody else.
How much adapting do you feel like a team is doing during day 1? Like, okay,
So-
everybody comes in with a plan. Let's say I have this crazy plan and I try it once, doesn't work, but obviously I'm not going to try it just once. I wanted to make sure that it indeed doesn't work, so I'll try it maybe 2 or 3
What if
times.
I had this carry wisp idea or something?
Yeah,
2
like
years ago?
when do you change? Do you change after tomorrow? Do you change after today?
So I think it depends. So last year we had Core IO, which no carry player knew how to play.
And you didn't even run into it in your scrims, right?
No, we didn't know about the Core IO. I'd seen, because I watched a lot of YouTube videos of like Anna pubbing, so I knew he was playing it in unranked games, but I
What
just
is that,
assumed it's
man?
just unranked games, yeah. No, but I think day 1, you don't really adapt too much, because there's so many games going on at once, and you're just trying to like think about your own games. You're playing 3 times in one day, so you're just focused on that. And then I think as the group stage progresses, and you get that one day between group stage and main stage, that's really the day where you come up with a lot of your ideas, and you try to like figure out like, oh, that team did this, that's really good, we should take it, and we should try to learn to do that. And I think most teams do this, where you scrim on that one off day, and you try to practice something that you want to play in your opener.
But for one of the teams on each group, it's already going to be too late by that point, Tsunami.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, 2 eliminations, and everyone is theorizing who their least favorites would be. maybe it would be mean-spirited to say it already. We can save it for day 4 of the group
Nobody's
stage.
gonna be right about that.
No one's
anyway.
gonna be right.
Nobody's gonna be right.
What did you actually? There was one compendium prediction that I was. Oh, who do you think is going to be the most picked hero?
I think it's gonna be Tiny.
Yeah.
Oh no,
I've
sorry.
heard
Actually,
Tiny.
no. I think Tiny's gonna be the most banned hero.
Oh.
I think
I picked both.
I think Pangolier is gonna be the most picked hero because I think Pango is good enough that he is going to get first picked.
He's going to be the replacement Tiny.
Sure, yeah. I think, they both have stuns. That helps. I think that he is a support. Like, he can be played as a support, offlane mid. Only role he can't be played in is carry, and some crazy team could pick it as a carry, who knows. But then also, I don't think it's good enough to be first phase banned.
Man.
Like, it's like at that perfect, like, gold.
TI aja belum.
Then it's too late to get your prediction.
Ngeri anjing.
Sorry.
I don't
Di
think
mana
I did my
Ege?
game prediction.
I didn't do my
Apa?
game prediction.
Win atau apa?
By the way, guys, we're not just talking for our own
Sakit,
benefit. We're actually waiting for the game
Ege lawan apa?
We've run into some delays, but don't worry, we're here to keep you company.
Beres bet aja,
And
kita
once
baru
the
main ya.
game starts, we got you covered. We'll let you know.
Beres bet kita main.
You can do with the information what you wish. You can stay here, but you can of course also watch on the appropriate stream where the game will be live with the commentary that is not us, which some people might prefer. No offense. But yeah, we'll keep you up to date.
I don't believe you, Shiver. I told you, I've been burned before. Like this TI.
You're like, it's not starting?
It's just never happened.
I mean, I'll give a little bit of backstage information. You guys can't see this, but what I can see is a screen a little bit to that side of my camera, and I see 4 lobbies. And I see the players in it. So I'm very excited because this is like, you are about to start. You just need to press that start one and we're in. And then then it's happening. Because once you start, you can't stop.
It's like the astronauts climbing onto the
That's right, walking in
space shuttle.
slow motion.
Yeah, back in 1969 when they went to the sun.
Oh, I thought about getting into the car when you're doing it for Squid Game. You go in, you can't stop once you're in.
No, please. There's some ideas out there of a TI where it's like Squid Game,
Let's not do that because we also want to have a
there would be
TI
a
11.
next one, yeah.
We need a little
That would
bit
be rough.
later.
People just
Oh,
say
you're
we
being
get
on the
new
right
players.
side. Eliminate competition.
We'd be the guys in the red costumes. That's who we are as the talent.
You mean the VIPs?
No, not the VIPs. Don't
Oh,
say
the
that.
red costumes are those? Yes.
Yeah, the soldiers.
So
I haven't
confused.
seen it
Have you
yet.
seen it? I have
No.
not
Okay.
seen the show.
Well,
I've been keeping
you
up
guys
with
can
them.
binge it together tonight.
I was watching Dota, Jenkins.
Yeah, there will be too much
Apparently
Dota to watch
international,
tonight as well.
actually.
There's gonna be so much Dota that after everybody is done here today, you can continue watching Dota for the rest of the evening with 2 streams or 2 games on your screens, and you'll still not be done before we're back here tomorrow.
Wow.
That's kind of what happens. It's glorious. I love it. It's also, I think, very daunting for the players. I feel like this is where you want an analyst.
Hari ini pilihannya cuma si kaya atau si miskin,
to
Ted.
help like with the game that is actually being played, right? You have the in-game, or rather the coach that makes sure that after the game you can make adjustments based on the game that just played. But I feel like you need to have an extra person looking at what everybody else is doing. Otherwise, you have to go back and look at everybody else's fonts, which is
It really helps. Like we have jobs.
Yeah.
And he does that for us, and it honestly alleviates the captain a lot. And I think TI is like probably one of the events where you really want to have a captain that has like a clear mindset, because there's a lot of pressure going into these games, and the draft is a really, really big part. And I think having somebody that will like help you just focus on the game as much as possible is like such a big advantage. So I do think like having like a bit of an analytical coach and having the mental aspect is going to be like a pretty big factor that favors some of the teams here. Like I think OG and EG both have specific mental coaches.
Yeah.
And then there are other coaches who just focus on like, hey, I'm just gonna look at Dota. And I think that's pretty big.
Or they do both jobs.
Yeah.
What do you think about like 3 coaches? Because I feel like there's enough Dota to digest at TI that there might be value, but then also maybe just having one formulated idea that you do best. Like if you're stacking, or you're playing a push strat, or you're playing like a turtle strat or whatever, maybe if you have 3 people to disagree, it's a little too much, but like you think like mental coach and then analytical coach is the best
Well, there
Form
are,
for
for
a team.
example, if you take OG as an example, they have Mia Stolberg again, which is the same mental coach as they had for TI9 and the same mental coach that helped Astralis and CSGO win multiple majors in a row. Then they have Sakska, who is now the assistant coach, and they have Misha, who's now the head coach. So there's a very clear hierarchy there too, and you feel like that's like the ideal scenario there?
I think it's really, really smart because you're gonna have Sox just look up info, and he's gonna find whatever Misha needs in order to like, you know, give the information that he wants. He's like, I have an idea, and then Sox will go look it up. He'll look at the teams, and then he'll give Misha the info. He's like, Misha's like, yeah, this makes sense with my ideas, and then you know, you just present that to the team, and you have like everything ready instead of like having an idea, stop watching the games, go try to figure out if it works, and then suddenly you've missed out on half the meta and you don't know what's happening.
I think that's too many cooks in the kitchen. I
You
like
think so? You think
I like
so?
how everyone gets mad at Alliance for having a coach last season, and they're like, fine, no coach at TI.
Isn't that mad though?
Leave you alone.
No
yes,
coach
it's
at
terrifying.
TI?
I mean, S4 is a watermelon-sized brain, so I imagine that he
needs it.
He takes that one day off, he crams all the replays, and F&G probably does. I mean, the whole team probably helps. But not having a coach is an intimidating prospect.
I think it's interesting to note though, they have 3 captains on that team. Hanskin's been a captain, F&G's been a captain, and S4 as well. So maybe they feel like they don't need more ideas. Like they have enough ideas, and for whatever reason, they don't think that coach is like, whoever it is hasn't been a good fit, or they don't think it adds anything to their team. And maybe, like you said, it's just too many cooks in the kitchen.
I was gonna say, okay, this is gonna sound like some BuzzFeed stuff, all right? But I heard that Google tried hiring people randomly rather than doing their normal hiring process. And like I said, this is
Define randomly.
I literally at random.
Like
you search something on Google and then you get hired.
You walk up to someone on the street, it's like, hey,
I did not
let's
click
go?
to the link on the thread in Reddit, so don't take my word for it. However, I believe it was a very confident Redditor.
Oh yeah.
Okay?
Sure.
And so, here's what I'm saying. Maybe in a chaotic environment such as the International, having no coach and just saying, screw it, we'll just do our own thing, that might actually work out for you, because then you're just playing Dota. Everybody else is doing this mental stuff, therapy, whatever. We're just gonna play.
You know, I think there is actually a really good point in there, because if you have no coach, you are forced to stick to your guns, because you can't adjust that much, right?
Sure.
But it does
Ted,
mean that if you
itu di
don't
bednya
have
berapa
the
lama lagi
right
gamenya?
idea about Dota coming into the tournament, you're done for. Like there's no
Ted.
adapting, or rather very limited adapting, right?
It's more difficult.
Lama
It's just
menit,
something
lama
more
menit.
on the players, I think. I think there is something to say about, like,
Oksan.
yeah, you don't have a coach, so like maybe in some ways, hey, there's less pressure on us. We're not taking it as seriously as everybody else. We're not hiring
thumbnailsnya makin lama makin sampah.
I think genuinely think that's probably just a disadvantage.
You think so? Just a straight disadvantage?
Yes,
It
I
was
think so.
just a theory.
I mean,
just random people.
Yeah.
Jelek
I
kan
think
juga ada
it's-
bagus-bagusnya.
No, I don't think so. Part of me just feels like the random people off the street probably is not.
I mean, we
Ini-
don't know where
ini
they
siya
got
buat
the
thumbnail di
randoms. Maybe
paint.
there were randoms that already applied for the job.
Bangsat.
They didn't look
No,
at
it wasn't
No, it's
random
just-
people from the street
No,
for
I
the
think it
Google
was-
thing.
that was
It
like, that guy right there, you
people
work
who
on
applied.
Chrome.
No, it's just if
You're
you
gonna
Google
defend
something,
it.
you might get hired.
They're not just walking. Is hey, you want to work at Google? They're not doing that.
No, you're just googling something at
You
home,
wanna
and then
win
it's like,
agency.
Yeah, you Googled something, and we
like,
are
you've
very
been
impressed
hired.
with your search engine skills.
You play Dota, why not come coach us?
Yeah.
Actually, you at home can participate.
Hey.
We have the crowd functionality now.
We do.
Dia udah bener-bener kayak bos.
Hashtag TI10.
Hashtag TI10.
Also, you mentioned something,
I did.
and
Oh,
Coach
siya nanti
of
YouTube-nya kena
SG.
strike.
And let's see if you did your homework. Coach of SG.
Yeah, Mangusu?
Yes.
Yeah.
How do you think he got to be
Striker dong.
coach?
I don't know, actually.
I will
he's
tell
Romanian.
you. He's Romanian.
Yeah.
And
Baru 15 subs. Tadi penontonnya 3, ada satu yang menghilang, Ted. Wah, sedih.
Because there's no information about this guy. So I actually went to SG.
Tuh, jadi
and
3 lagi sekarang.
you know, who is this guy? And I got a whole bunch of text that Gusu actually wrote.
Okay.
Geng 3.
This guy, tried professional Dota for a little bit,
Gimana
as
sih?
people do, not too successful. And then at some point started doing some coaching one-on-one. just
Siapa
with
itu
people
satu
that
lagi
wanna
yang
be
masuk?
coached.
Hei, kalian
And at
pasti
some point
mendengar
coached,
suara
2
saya
hours
berdua kan?
on his stream.
Okay.
And then at some point did some replay analysis, and he decided, you know what, I'm just going to do some replay analysis, just creating content
Ketik
of
sesuatu.
SG's
Ketik
games.
satu untuk mendapatkan
And
giveaway.
SG got the word of that, and is like, hey, That's kind of cool.
Nggak ada
And we
yang
like
satu,
your way of thinking about Dota.
You get how the Brazilians think.
Cool.
Yeah, that's literally how he got to be a coach for SG, and now he's here. He's at TI.
So you're saying like content creation can eventually result in somebody coaching?
Unbelievably enough, being a caster.
Itu bodoh. Tapi ada yang lebih bodoh lagi. Adek kelas berapa? SD. Mau paketnya nyampe, kalau mau sampai ketik satu, diketik satu beneran.
Tier 1 teams here.
I see, yes, of course.
Maybe in the arena we could go ask them.
Relax.
Lest we forget that Seb had an origin story as a caster for a while as well, or an analyst.
Player, caster, coach, player, double TI winner.
He ran the gauntlet.
This is
He's
the
done
start right
everything.
here.
I'm trying.
Are you going to coach next season?
We'll see if we keep William.
He's on a very short leash right now.
But I mean, not kidding. I mean, the commentators and the analysts, you know, they talk about Dota in a certain way.
Yeah.
And I would imagine that when a player hears that, you either like it or you don't,
They're
right?
very impressed
Because
usually,
everybody is having a different way of thinking about the
Yeah.
game. And if you like somebody's ways of thinking about the game, then you're more likely to want to chat with them about Dota, and at some point that could potentially lead.
Of course, and I think one of the cool things that commentators or analysts get to do is they get to watch a lot of Dota. And you're not as biased by like pub games as maybe we are as pros, because you play these pubs and when you win, you feel good. And I'm sure everybody at home watching feels this too. Like when you win with a hero, you're like, yeah, this hero's nice. I like this hero. I want to play it more. But when you're just watching games as a caster, you get a different perspective on the game, where it's much more objective, I think, because you're not in the picture yourself. And I think for a coach, that's literally what you're doing. You want to like remove yourself from the situation, look at it objectively, and be like, hey, this is what we need to be doing.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that you genuinely have an edge when you're casting or being an analyst. And I think someone like Seb probably has gotten some advantage from doing that in the past.
That is a question that I've always wondered is like, I mean, obviously there's not much of a clear answer to it, but how much does, you know, let's say you're playing in like 9K MMR or something like that. Let's say you're playing unranked, right? You're playing in all of your scrims, but then you're playing like a crap load of unranked. You're playing with your friends. They're terrible. Maybe you're queuing with Tsunami or something like that. And, you know, so you're playing in this lower bracket. You know, maybe you're playing solo queue or something like that. There's no communication. Like, how can can it degrade your skill, do you think, to play in pubs all day, every day? Is there too much? Or is it like better to play unranked? That's another question, because you're communicating at least, but maybe it's with worse players. It's tough.
I think a lot of Dota is just habits, right? And the habits that you build. And I think if you exclusively play lower ranked games as a pro player, then I think you will eventually get into the habit of thinking that you can get away with a lot of stuff that you get away with.
Yeah, you underestimate your...
Precisely. And then once you... But I think if there's like a decent amount of both, then it's probably not going to cause you to have any bad habits. But if it's the only thing that you're doing, you're exclusively playing with Tsunami, then yeah, you're probably going to run into issues.
I'm catching strays like this.
I am so happy you are taken as an example rather than me.
Shiver, what's your voice line again? What's the voice line that you have in the game?
It's great.
He's pretty high rated, actually.
I found out it was 9 years ago. There's a lot of people that don't even know what that is.
That's true.
So
we have had
I'm safe.
Is the Shiva Ravage when you hit 5 heroes with a Ravage?
Yes, that's exactly it.
Yes, absolutely.
5 of your allied
Thank
heroes.
you. Very nice.
0 of the enemy.
Yeah, 0. Preferably with the countdown.
What does that mean?
You've not seen the
I don't
clip.
know the Shiva
Okay,
Ravage.
I will tell you. I was in a pub, and it was a party ranked, unranked. Oh, so party queue unranked.
Yeah.
I was in a queue with Sing Sing, Shokska, Puppy, someone else who I forgot. Doesn't matter. I was playing Tidehunter. It was 7 a.m. in the morning on a Monday, well, on a Tuesday morning after playing the whole night because...
You didn't have any coffee.
Didn't have any coffee.
It's very, very reasonable.
Yeah.
Your shoelaces were untied.
Anything?
I didn't wear shoes even.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah, that was the worst.
You can't play Dota without shoes.
Can't play Dota. That's and then, obviously, I'm the worst there, right? It's not even close. It's by a mile, I'm the worst. And I was playing Tidehunter. And I have a big impact. I have a Ravage. You gotta use it. And oftentimes, I either was too late or too early, or I didn't use it in the fight. And then there was Sing Sing or Puppy saying, come on, use your Ravage, please. You should have used it there. And then either it was on cooldown or not. It was terrible. There was a lot of pressure on me, especially at 7 a.m. And I, at that point, was just spamming Tidehunter. And Zokska constantly, at some point, realized that it was triggering me. Like, Shiva, lavage, with this pressure. It was like constant. And at some point, you know, there's one fight that, you know, made it the Shiva Ravage. I was fed up. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna use this Ravage and it's gonna come off cooldown. So it's counting down, and it was in a team fight. And I finally, like, I was counting, it's off cooldown, and I run in, and it's like 3, 2, 1, and I Ravage, but at the moment that I Ravage, everybody already ran away. It was interesting, and obviously Sing Sing was streaming as well, so
that's
great reaction.
That's a great voice line. You
It
can
was
use it
them,
to
it was-
describe
it
a lot
was-
of situations that you run into
Yes,
in your
I mean, you know, the Lotus there.
Extend lagi.
I am.
There was
Dia berapa lama?
PGG Black Hole. Who had the Echo Slam? Someone had the Slam.
I think it's a
Kira jadi dua windu.
No, there was one person
trigger.
who had a Echo Slam missing because he didn't blink before. It was I know the
There's
game
an
because
iconic one.
it was a dire side high ground defense. I just don't know who was playing it.
I remember Sashka War Stun. That's another
Yes,
one.
I know the Boar Stun indeed.
That one's great.
Yeah, that was
the
good.
Malk Award.
Malk Award.
There's the
winning the game while still
1 in 20, 0 20.
0-20, no kills.
And then there was the age. We're just getting to the biggest fails in Dota at this point.
I mean,
Yes.
it's TI 10.
Yeah,
it's
sure,
a celebration.
Yes, it is,
of
of
all
course.
10
of
years
course.
of our history.
Of course, this is history. What was the Aegis Deny?
KYXY.
Yeah, that
Yep.
was legendary.
Painful.
Yeah, and then they ended up losing, right? It was orange?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they would have very likely won that game.
Yeah, it seemed like it. Yeah, it really
And
did.
I think it was that game that made them add the text that says X has denied the Aegis.
Yeah, so you know
who's initially. and
who's
they were
guilty.
Like, "Wow, how did this happen?
That just, you know, that's an argument against A-clicking right there.
That
A-clicking
is true.
a legacy
I do
feature.
that still. It's very scary.
Saying that you have right side mini map.
I misclick things.
Do you have right side
sometimes.
minimap?
Yeah,
Do
I
you really?
I think I'm the only one that does.
Really?
Yeah.
But it's a hunting, right?
No, it's not actually. A lot of
What?
people think, they ask me if I'm from the other game.
League of Legends.
The one that we
you can
should not-
mention it.
Oh, we can say it?
Yeah, yes, you can.
I thought
I
it
think
gives it
so.
power if we say its
I
name.
think so.
Yeah, so they assume I'm from that game.
Ah.
I don't know the name of it.
How did you start working with that? Like, how did you?
So, I played Guild Wars before I started
Okay.
playing Dota, and Guild Wars had the minimap in the top right.
Yeah.
So when I could choose like bottom right, oh no, in Han I could choose bottom left or bottom right. Bottom right seemed more natural.
Sure, because you're already used to looking to the right
Yeah,
side anyway.
so that was like
Yeah.
the way I got into it, and then I just kept it forever, and now everyone that watches my stream gets annoyed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be like,
your whole team does all sorts of, like, they were gonna remove the unit query panel thing.
Right.
But then two of your teammates were like, bro, we're about to play TI, and we
Yeah.
use that thing all the time. And now every single time I watch, is it Boxy or?
Foxy and
yeah,
Taiga
Boxy
both
and
play
Taiga.
with the like pop up on the side.
Oh, that one. Well,
Yeah.
technically that's better because you can keep your hero selected.
is.
while
if you're
highlighting.
used to it, it gives you way more information.
It does, yeah.
It has a lot of buggy interactions.
Yeah,
to
it doesn't show
you
neutral
can't see
items,
neutral
I
items,
don't- yeah.
but the benefit is you can see when people place wards and fog.
Right,
Because the
'cause you
thing
see it
stays
goes
up,
down in the count.
and then you can see like the ward disappear from their inventory.
Yeah.
And honestly, right side minimap is also theoretically better because
I've
you're
heard
never
that.
really clicking down to the bottom right. If you're Radiant, then if you're leaving, you're trying to retreat, you're gonna click bottom left. You might misclick your minimap.
Isn't it the same as depending on which way you go?
No, but Dyer's top
No,
right.
because you never
because you're
click the
always-
bottom right.
Yeah, so you're either you're clicking bottom left or top right.
I've
So-
heard this too, but I think like at the end of the day, if you're more used to playing with it on the left, you're probably not misclicking it that much.
Yeah.
Misclicking I think is like something that doesn't really happen outside of TI main stage.
Best of ones.
Best of ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
That's all.
That was not necessarily misclick. That was just a time thing, right? Because the button stays at the same location. It did then. It got changed since. No?
Has it?
Well, it did on the normal pitch
I'm
screen
very
now.
aware now of the
Yes.
timer. I take an extra look at the timer every single game I play. When I'm about to pick my hero, I'm just like, all right, let's just 1 second.
Haya, kagak
Never had that
mulai-mulai.
minus 2 gold, minus 2 gold, minus 2 gold. Your roll is.
It doesn't happen. in
Tapi kenapa
pro
live
games,
stream-nya nggak
unfortunately.
1080?
We keep our gold. But then you just pick a random hero.
Nggak apa-apa.
Luck of the
Biar
draw.
orang
Okay,
lain
here's a
nggak
question.
botak.
Kalau
icons
1080 mantap.
or the little arrows.
Little arrows.
Little
I
arrows.
have hero icons.
Arrows
What is
and
wrong
crosses.
with
So
you,
do I.
Aiden?
So do
Why?
I.
No.
Why?
Okay.
Because okay, go for it.
I mean, I'm sure we're gonna have the same justification. If you see someone on your team retreating,
Yeah.
you can't tell based off of their picture, but the orientation of the arrow, you can see if they're going this way,
So-
they're going away. If
Yeah.
they're facing this way,
Let me
going-
tell you, I watch my minimap so many times per second, I will see in what direction the icon is moving.
But when a
You have
person
that
is
spatial awareness.
so
Yes.
when a person is using when you have the arrow, you actually see this thing spin around.
Is that what you expected?
Okay, I don't know if that has any gameplay benefit. That just sounds
On
like
top
an
of
aesthetic
that,
thing, but
it's just easier because some of the portraits really don't look very good.
this
And
one.
at the hero, like they don't have the.
You're
can't
not-
see it.
you're
none
not
of us
selling it.
did not have the same justification. on
And
this one,
otherwise, you
Kiefer.
just have colors. It's easier. It's more manageable. It's less clutter on the mini-map. It's clean.
I have there's a psychology test also something
Live stream-nya
that
di-delayin
for 5 seconds where they have the have you seen the thing where the colors come up?
Pantesan,
You have
jadi
to
kita
say the
tadi kita
word,
terkena
so it'll
stream
be
snipe,
orange,
Ted.
but it'll be colored red, and so it'll be like, you know, say the actual word that you're reading, and then you always get it wrong. You
Sepede
have to
apa
say
sih
the
kita
color.
di stream
Our
snipe?
brain is not good at linking colors to things quickly, and so a lot of the time people will see an arrow that's like a Dota color, and then you won't properly process what color it even was. You're like,
mulai gitu.
I saw somebody there. Often people who use the arrow say, I saw somebody there, and they won't know who it was.
Ya kan harus ada
In hero
analisnya
icons,
dulu.
that's not a problem. You're right, you can't see the face and direction. That is a
I
problem.
usually
Ege sama Aster.
memorize whichever color I need to be afraid of. If I'm like, oh, I don't see yellow on the mini map.
Aster tuh nggak bisa menang first 10 kill
It's
ya?
like quick cast, right?
Fine. Yeah, that's true.
It's like I think it's a thing of the past. The colors, like
I think
it's-
I'm not sure. What is okay? Homework time. Did anybody read the in-game instructions that are observers?
tim apa juga kena COVID dua tim.
Because
We're not
what are
counting.
what are we using?
VG
What are
atau
we
IG
using?
gitu gue lupa.
yes,
What do you mean, what are we
Yes.
using?
yes.
Are we using the portraits or the arrows and the?
The
I know the answer.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
this question.
Udah Ted, mending main. Nanti tahu-tahu bete menang.
Everybody's gonna get used to
We're
that.
doing colorblind mode for everything.
Ya udah cepet.
I've heard some arguments for that. I don't remember what
Eh,
they are.
gimana
Actually
sih?
colorblind, or do you just
Yeah,
like,
I'm
oh,
genuinely
okay, because
colorblind,
I know your stream
Tap,
has
tap,
it, but I
tap,
didn't know if it was a
No, I'm genuinely colorblind.
red green or what?
Red green, yeah. Red green and brown.
Do you?
So we're in a green screen right now. What do you see, huh?
Yeah,
It's
what
all
do you see?
red.
I knew it.
Then what do you see?
It's just black and white. The entire world's just black and white.
He's a dog, Sheeper.
That's not true. Don't put dogs down like that. That's a
Berapa
lie.
tadi teh cepet
That's a
lu?
lie to park.
Propagating him.
No, it's certain tones
ya?
of green and certain tones of red.
Yang
kind of
yang gocapnya
like
lagi
I would
gimana?
call a certain tone of green red, and it's clearly green.
Okay.
But to me, it looks
Cepet
red.
gocap lah langsung. Pego
And
kagok.
especially when they're next to each other. That's like when it's the worst.
Yes.
So
So
with the health
especially when
bars,
it's in a game when
yeah.
Oddsnya kan 0,6
So
tadi.
having the blue
0,6
is like much
dapat
nicer.
sekitar
It's easier.
So
kalau
then
1,5
you couldn't
80
tell
kan.
strength and agi treads very easily otherwise.
85
can.
sampai 90.
But I'm used to it now. I've seen those specific ones so much.
Pasti menang lah, Ege.
Generally speaking,
Ini
sometimes
siapa
some tones of red
Habis
and
dapat
some tones of green.
kalah Cina itu kebiasaan teh.
What? There's.
Ya,
I
lu
can't
bet mas
I'm
Venkilnya
trying
di
so
EG
hard to
kan?
remember, but sometimes your brain just doesn't.
Ya di Aster lah kalau mau. 1,6
90 IQ
oddsnya.
and so forth going on.
Ngeri.
There are
Bet
actual
cepet dapat
benefits to using
160.
colorblind mode that aren't just for colorblind people. It's something with like
Di mana
HD
lo bet di
modes,
mana?
but I don't remember exactly what. There was a Reddit post.
Berapa?
Dude,
Blue.
They're blue. It's
Oh, dia mah
something about
kecil-kecilan
them being blue. I don't remember what exactly it is. I thought maybe you would know because you use colorblind.
Jadi gue
mode.
kira teh item lu bakal
But there are
hilang
some
kan.
things, there are some settings in the game that are not
Padahal gua udah berharap
popular
hilang.
yet. They're not mainstream, but they are mathematically better.
hilang
WASD,
sejuta
for example, this was Awi that initially told me this. There's a few carry players that use WASD because you can, as your camera is moving, you can move the mouse to cast a spell. Because with every other form of camera movement, your mouse is locked somewhere, either to the edge of the
Win
screen
streak
or
apa?
to a certain
Oh,
position
bear.
with the camera.
Isn't it
Lu streak apa Valorant?
Matulaman
Yeah,
that
he
is
does.
Yaudah,
using
lanjutin lah.
arrow keys
Yeah.
to move, and he literally will let go of his mouse
Ya makanya. Kamu mau nurunin sampai
to
apa?
move and back to the mouse.
So Limp does this really interesting thing. At least he used to do it back in Heroes of New Earth, where he
always
uses
coarse.
Kenapa main
uses
di
mouse
Gold sih
to
aneh?
move the thing, and then he'll move his left hand over to the arrows,
Gua aja mau
move
balik.
his mouse where he wants it, and then move back.
Gue aja
to,
mau
like,
balik
cast
push ke
spells.
Diamond 2. Nah tuh.
He'll use both edge pan and the mouse wheels, and he would like click his camera.
Wouldn't you say that's a little bit of a handicap?
I don't know.
Like,
it
obviously
works
it
for
works
him,
for him.
obviously.
Obviously
yeah.
it works for him.
5, so I don't
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but it
Oh.
works for him. But wouldn't you say then that he's going to be even better
He might
if he
win a
was
TI.
used to?
He might just like insta whenever.
But imagine how good he would be if he used the
Gue Diamond 2.
Yeah,
No, but I just think he uses
scary.
whatever he wants in that
Yeah.
given moment. Like if he needs to use his mouse, then he uses the arrows. If he needs
Yeah,
to,
totally instinct. Totally.
I think so.
I gotta ask you a goddamn question because I've looked at your replays. Can I learn how to play Ogre Magi because this is a very difficult hero, and your camera goes crazy.
no,
What is going on with that?
I just like to be aware of everything that's happening in the game.
Are
and I
you-
think it was worse. Like when I was younger, I did it a lot more than I do now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That doesn't explain it because it's like somebody should send you a doctor with what's going on with your hand, that there's a problem there.
No, he's just absorbing as much information as possible.
I think when you're a captain, you're just a little bit of a psychopath. You just want to know everything that's going on so that you can you have everything ready after the game. Like this, and this is why we lost. And I know because I watched it all happen.
Because I was thinking, and I don't remember who said this, it might have been PSJ or somebody.
Itu gue lupa nama orangnya siapa yang salah pick waktu di TI kemarin.
You don't want people to watch your player
Yang dia
perspective,
pick
and so you're making it intentionally
harusnya pick
hard.
apa jadi pick
That's how
gyrocopter
bad
kalau nggak salah.
you know, I watch your replay, so obviously I'm trying to learn something. Lots of respect.
Taiga
But
gitu ya?
people are saying that you're trying to make it so that they can't watch it. So it's like vomit inducing. That's how crazy your camera is.
So
I've never heard this.
What API do you use?
That should have been your reaction when you missed it, John.
My mouse doesn't move. If you look, my mouse is like
gue lupa siapa namanya.
only in the middle of my screen.
What about your camera acceleration?
Bukan
Normal.
siapa ya?
Normal? So
I
it's
just
not...
click on the mini map.
Okay. Yeah, you do this all around. You seriously?
So I actually play with, you know these like drawing pens?
Oh,
yeah, that's what I play
That's
with.
what Jared has been doing.
Oh yeah, I've been using it.
He retired from Dota, was like, all right, tablet, that's what I'm going to do
Salah
now.
pick gitu.
I'm going to play games with the tablet. And now
harusnya dia teh
needs to figure out a way to win
mau
without
nge-ban ya,
Yeah,
mau
and
nge-ban
then we still need to watch some Dota, which by the way,
tapi
Tsunami
malah
is
nge-pick
you know, he's sweating more and more. Yeah, because we are still, of course, waiting for the game to start. Don't worry, we won't let the game start without you noticing it. None of it has begun just yet. Still some issues that we are trying to get fixed. But if you just joined us, you figured, hey, by now the game should be going on. Hello, that's not the case yet, but we will.
This is at least 5, right?
What will happen today, so we can take a look at the schedule once more to just give you a little bit of an overview of all the games that will happen today, one way or another. We're gonna start off this stream actually once it's live, DG versus Aster, and we're gonna have 5 streams in total. This is of course one of the streams, but then we're gonna have 4 different streams from A, B, C, and D, all with 5 series of 2 games being played.
Oh my god,
and we're just gonna go over it real quick once again. Tsunami Stream B is gonna have some exciting stuff coming up today. We didn't actually talk about Elephant and Fnatic, which I think is going to be a very exciting series.
That was the game that they didn't grab, you know, for Johnson defeat. It was when he was on his wall.
Links cancelled. Boxy.
Dia main role support kalau nggak salah. Support harus kenceng itu ngeliat sana sini. Kan kalau lu mau main support juga cuma lihat main dulu doang. Main nggak berapa peduli.
Udah kayak bos ini anjing.
Very nice.
Duduk santai sambil makan.
23k lead off the back of the
Looking at Mickey.
He's in. With the doom, but there's the
Jadi nggak tahu siapa. Jadi kita kalau masih duduk beri tanda, jangan beri tanda apa-apa.
Tidur lagi ya.
That's going to be a dead Mickey. He's going to buy back Solus and second straight on the dream throw for boxing.
Tipu bilang buat dia terus sudah cepian gitu.
Makan mau makan tenda berminyak.
So much online gameplay. And I think like
Tahu nggak si Steve kan main solo. Dia bisa nge-kill 21 sama 23.
Iya, Aing udah bilang dia harus main di pangkatnya aja. Kalau main di Go 3 dia
Main di pangkatnya?
Ya berarti memang harus main di pangkatnya dulu. Sistem main di pangkatnya gitu.
Ini dia ketemu sama Go 3 sama part 1. Tapi kenapa kemarin Fine.
Ikut. Oh. Iya, join.
Chandra gue pakai
ABC.
Gak bisa, kan plat 2 sama botak tuh ini. Enggak, Yah Menang gak bisa.
Bentar. Chandra pangkat apa itu?
Plat 1 bisa.
Plat 2 bisa. Position they want to be able to for a help that he might need if they did commit. To mid, Boxy, does he want to go for it as well?
Sedih gini, Ted. Game pertama kill 29, game 2 kill 7.
And with that, they'll still get themselves a kill.
Oh yeah, he's been in events, but he's not for he's not played at the TI events, but I can look up
The stolen vote from Insania, so now Liquid, they're playing with the
Kenapa ya saya bisa naik secepat itu ya? Tadi sekali makan sebanyak apa sih? Tadi pengen naikin buat terus.
Ini berapa berat badan?
Aing sekali. Kemarin udah 65 cek Aing. Aing kemarin waktu lagi apa nge-gym terus minum gainer terus makan makannya 2 kali 3 kali selesai terus minum gainer terus 65
sekitar 58 nih ya? Ada deh. Ya 58 kayaknya. Singapura 1-2 ini.
Aing udah 65 sih bayangin. Jack tiba-tiba Aing berapa bulan? 4 bulan gak nge-gym terus gadang makan jadi
Ted, sini capo 1, sini capo 2 Ted.
ya makan 2 kali lah setiap hari.
Sini capo 1, 2 ya,
Tiba-
capo.
Tiba-tiba Aing jadi 60 Jack anjing. Bingung Aing.
Bisa kurangin ya.
Gol lupa gitu. Gol lupa gitu.
Apa Ted?
Gimana ya?
Kurang apa? Ngeus. Kalau ngeus jadi naik.
Enggak kurus.
Makin
Servernya.
kurus dong Aing.
Cangkat. Cuci tangan dulu.
Atau lo bisa aja naik Ted. Soalnya kan sih habis olahraga di
Udah masuk.
bakal kalori kan. Jadi lapar Ted.
Servernya masih Om.
1-2 aja.
1-2 mantap.
Udah muncul ini bandel.
Udahlah. Kan hari ini.
Jelek anjing warna hijaunya.
Emangnya jelek. Tadi kan si Soho bilang kayak megang pisang belum matang.
Iya anjing. Aduh Jack pisaunya ya ampun.
Emang yang birunya keren. Varian 2 yang blue-nya bukan kayak blue itu jatuhnya. Kayak black aja. Kayak metal black.
Tapi Aing menyayangkan tau gak sih?
Matte black ini jalan.
Menyayangkan badisnya kenapa gak bisa ganti warna juga gitu.
Badis apa?
Kayaknya badis emang gak ada yang bisa ganti warna deh.
Enggak, maksudnya iya badis yang ini gak bisa ganti warna. Bisa bayangin aja padahal.
Spektrum bisa bro.
Tapi padahal badisnya keren gitu.
Iya, tapi hijau. Anjing kan ngomongin hijau juga sepantai.
Kan itu mah udah map favorit lo, Teh. Enggak ini tuh enggak map lu banget.
Aing tahu mah main di sini kira cuma 7 tapi kan nge-throw ya Teteh. Enggak apa-apa ya Teteh.
Tidak apa-apa dong.
Tidak apa-apa.
Aing ngimba kan. Mau pencet X malah pencet E jadi kalah.
Bayangin aja Teh si Teteh ulti lawan 1v1. Yoru ditempelin terus si Sky-nya terus ke triangle kanan kan. Pas di triangle kanan bukannya lepas X malah TP ke bolanya ada di T-base. Jadi di stick play. Kalah.
Komedi anjing.
Teti langsung, wah sorry bro salah itu 3 Indo kan. Gue udah ngecok sendiri sampai udah.
Itu memang Ted.
Hah?
Nggak nge-throw tapi nggak serius. Ya bercanda mainnya sebenarnya si Teti AWP terus Yorunya.
Iya tapi itu sengaja tele atau gimana?
Enggak, salah pencet itu mah dia.
Salah pencet tadi gue udah ngebunuh banyak.
Cuma
ngambil bodoh ya.
Kayak gue tempelin terus ke kanan X swing aja pakai handgun kan, pakai pistol mati. Malah TP ke bolanya di T-base. Langsung di stick.
Bentar ya. Tan gue masih naik katanya.
Buset lucu pisan. Astaga.
Bandung lautan panas gini cok.
Gue aja nggak pernah lihat Teti main Viper.
Hati-hati.
Sumpah gue nggak percaya.
Hati-hati banget lah.
Masih bisa sih kayak tadi Viper.
No charges left.
Oh musik mati. Gandeng anjing musik Valo teh.
Yang
kayak Chiba ya anjing.
Reloading. Kenapa spike-nya di aing?
Kene acan di anjing.
Pegang spike Ted.
Mana?
Nih.
Oke.
Gue mau flank ah.
Gua langsung line up nih ya.
Gue anjingin dulu aja deh. Keren banget line up kayak tahu aja line up-nya.
Hati-hati lo. Ini gue HP satu nih buat lihat YouTube line up Viper nih.
Ngeri gitu.
Toxins going up.
Langsung ras.
Dapat double door satu ya.
Gak dihancurin itu scan-nya.
Down A.
Ya, Recon yang gak dihancurin sih.
Ayo teh lo langsung masuk maju abis itu plan anjing.
Gua kan anjing ya, gua kan anjing.
Recon Jet.
No one destroy the recon.
Reloading.
Sabar. Siapa di mana itu? Oh, di mid, double door. Sabar ya. Kok pintunya dibuka sih?
Sorry. Lah, ada orang dalam smoke anjing.
Ini loh, Bos.
Ini Ferino. Kiri patah gak sih?
Last player standing.
Gua mau nembak yang kiri patah.
30 seconds left.
Harganya kagak perang.
Very nice. No, it's not your bed.
Just let them try to catch me.
Gua 105. Aduh, low banget dah. Astaga.
No.
Tuh, Ted. Tanya.
Apa?
Itu ditanya.
Tuh, emang gua nggak boleh miss gitu. Emang gua nggak boleh miss sama sekali. It's not your bed, kenalan. It's not your bed. Itu bukan kasur kamu.
Phantom loh.
Pede banget. Ya pede itu.
Spike dropped.
Outside wall. Wow.
Ted ini wall apa ya?
Wall keren itu. Membelah.
Kebalik bangsat.
Yang ada juga harusnya dari sini ke sini nutupnya. Ini malah planting kiri ditutup. Ted, wallnya dari sini nutupnya. Nih, lo wall dari sini ke sini, bukan dari sini ke sini.
Iya kan, biar bentuk X.
Last player standing. Thirty seconds left.
Bukan masalah wallnya jadi X atau gimana, Ted, itu mah.
Forge is a path, Sky. I'll be right behind you.
Itu unbelievable gitu wall. Wall ter-unbelievable yang pernah gue lihat ya itu wall. Gila ngeribet deh.
Hati-hati wall gue tuh kayak mbak banget.
Ini gue anjingin dulu deh. Kayaknya punya Sky jelek tuh masih oke. Punya Viper jelek di map yang paling penting ada Viper itu.
Ya anjing-anjinginnya jangan ke map, ke Teti aja.
Anjingin si Teti. Kalau bisa juga anjingin si Teti. Kanan ya, di kanan lagi gitu di kanan tuh.
Ada
Killjoy sama Sagi di B. Killjoy sama Sagi di B. Yikes. Gue gak ada heal attack.
One heaven.
Gue penuh goblok.
Stealing sight. Enemy in the back. Reloading. Reloading.
Aku ke detect mama.
Kok gak ada yang lihat flank gini anjing, jadi takut aja.
Akhirnya kita gak kenal flank.
Toxins going up.
Jadi wallnya ngegaris gitu teh apa sih?
Enggak, memang gitu.
Gini,
tapi harusnya agak ke dalam ya sih?
Enggak, yang memang gitu.
Enemy
Gue gak
spotted.
main Viper sih. Gue liatin double door.
Headshot.
Masuk attack.
Oh, ini.
Toxins going up.
Kamu kaget tuh kan.
Poison orb.
Gak ada. Kayaknya hold.
Di atas aja.
Iya, hold.
One enemy remaining.
That's three.
Nggak mati kan lagi gue? Nggak mati kan gue?
Lu di mana?
They had their fun. Now it's my turn.
Nah, it's my turn. Udah nggak usah nembak-nembak dah, berisik bet. Ted, spike-nya dong, boleh kali.
Reloading.
Kan tugas lu cukup bawa spike, Ted.
Spike setajam itu apa nggak bener-bener?
Di carry sama Immortal. Ini langsung masuk aja, Ted, goldin.
Seek them out. Found one. Hulk out.
Bang, di kiri batan.
Here.
Toxins going up.
Triangle ya, triangle.
Here. Reloading. Reloading. Enemy spotted.
Ini wall-nya.
Spike down A.
Anjing nggak bisa lihat siapa-siapa ini.
Last player standing.
Di sini goblok.
Tahu, emang ini Teti wall-nya.
Itu wall biar nggak kelihatan dari kiri kita masuk ke triangle.
Okay, we know the drill.
Gak good sih, Ted.
Enggak, Ted. Dari sini, Ted. Sumpah, dari sini ke sini. Jadi lu plantingnya di sini. Jadi kalau di double door nutup sini, gue sama Theo bisa lihat apa? Lihat masa depan gue sama Theo mati.
Aing tadi kan kena ini kan, kena gun sofa kan, Aing ke hit kan. Udah gitu sih wall kan. Nah, di sini kan musuh semua nih. Dibantai gue.
Emang si Teti sampah bisa soalnya sumpah. Bikin Aing trigger banget dah. Kesel banget.
Ada nggak?
Gak ada apa-apa ya.
Oh, Ted.
Toxins going up.
Itu masih oke lah. Buat tetep
Go plan. I will cover you. Go. Plan here.
Spike carrier killed.
Spike down A.
Ntar tanyain gak tuh?
Toxin screen down. One down.
Wih, di Teti ngeri banget. Di smoke, Ted, gimana, Ted? Bisa apa, Ted?
Toxins going up.
Gue liatin belakang lu dong.
Dari sini. Ada.
Si Tati yang di side aja, lihat side. Si ini lihat belakang. Ya nggak sih?
Estetik kurang bisa
OP
semua.
aja sih ya.
30 seconds left.
Toxins going up.
Last player standing.
Ada 3 penonton.
Nobody's a hero when they're crying.
Lihat. Sagenya udah marah terus tuh. Sagenya udah marah tuh. Piper asked me to rush the plan. Then hey, I just listened. Well, I did he just walked to the wall when I was playing.
They didn't rest.
Ya, 2 orang lagi bang.
I will rip their hearts out.
Setting enggak mau jenis setting main Viper, mata gue sakit, mending main Sky ya lah. Turret di B.
Reloading. Enemy spotted. B.
Toxins going up.
Get inside. Reloading. Spike dropped.
Ngambil apa, Ted? Gak ada senjata apa-apa.
Maksudnya nggak ada senjata ini?
Ada gue pakai strip dong.
Nggak mau bro lagi.
I had for you. Reloading.
Di meta 1 Tek.
Give me those back.
Si bola matinya.
Last player standing.
Ada lagi ngeflank.
Spike down mid.
Di area B.
Wah, 3 penonton.
Arah kiri dulu harus. Itu kanan juga ada tuh. Kiri kanan itu.
We got this.
Keren. F5 dong.
F5. That's it.
Ya, surrender, we can't win.
Because this arena cannot enter. Mana lagi?
Nyalahinnya Reina ya. Males banget ya. Sampai ketawa nggak tuh Reina juga.
No problem, Reina. You are a good.
No prisoners.
Good dog ya.
Ngedit dong, gitu. Tambah banget.
Here.
Dia cagenya bawa spike sampai situ sih.
Aneh dah ini abang-abangan.
Nowhere to run.
Spike down mid.
Why are we losing like this, bro? Ini smoke brim lama banget ya?
Emang aja nggak bisa.
Knocked him. Enemy spotted mid.
Mari dah.
Push.
Shit.
Tapping saja pala bapak kau. Mama dari mana itu? Dari mid lagi, dari double door. Double door, satu elbow, satu.
Last player standing. Spike down mid.
Satu di mana tadi?
Satu elbow, satu double door. Angle aja.
30 seconds left.
Teo.
Gue kemarasan, Jack.
Iya kan kita nge-throw juga. Santai, bro. Tet, bisa Tet. Dua-duanya Tet. Viper mana yang main pakai operator?
Time to stop back
Astaga. Kan marah aku denger setting.
Wah, 4 penonton sekarang tambah Rico. Menang ini, menang. Yes, you Andre and I will Bobby, okay?
Gue salah bukan nunggu Seekers, Ini kenapa Spike ada di sini lagi? Viper! Ada yang planting, ada yang line up, ada yang apapun. Pegang.
I have the spike.
Triangle satu.
Reloading.
Don't get in my way.
Reloading.
Gue liat flank.
Toxin screen down.
Prepare for hellfire.
Toxins going up.
Hidup lagi.
Toxin screen down.
Last player standing.
Di.
Nih Jack, aing ping spike kan.
Mantap banget pingnya.
Feel something over there. Can't place it. Like us.
Ngecit ini sagenya, ngecit saga musuh.
Kalau saga kita cheat apa?
Enggak, dia nyamar deh.
Tet, please jangan main Viper, Tet. Gue memang pengen nge-throw tapi jangan main Viper, Tet.
Viper teh good banget.
Sakit hati aja langsung lihat.
Lihat nih, Viper aja kill 8.
Ya, masih 2 loh. 8 dari mana? 8.
Kalau aing masuk ke yang gila ya.
Mau ke B?
Mid lo aja.
Multiple enemies mid.
Annoying banget deh ini orang-orang asli.
Awas,
double door-nya 2.
ada. Dari sini juga ada nih.
Double door 2. Bunuh Ted, swing.
Belakangnya bersih nih.
Iya.
Awas Ted belakangnya Ted.
Menaik kemana semua sih?
Last player standing. Spike down mid.
Swing. Astaga.
Another fight. Clean slate. Let's leave
We
whatever.
lost.
I feeling that.
The spike is still in base. Keep up.
Satu nggak mau bawa spike, dah Sage. Yang satu bot frag. Alailah.
Gua nggak buat spek.
Emang lu mah nggak bawa frag bangsat.
Toxins going up.
Ini kayak sofanya lagi joki ya kayaknya mah. Emang nggak jago.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Lasnya dari A. Bisa mid, bisa CT, lu punya smoke satu ya.
Hack apanya hack lu?
Report.
Kok di report sih? Sopnya kalau main double door
dari 0,56 anjing bagi lama pisan di locknya anjing.
Udah pasti kecil itu. Siapa yang megang Aster? Nggak ada.
Aing.
Besok tuh pindah ke Aster OT2.
Udah best winner ya yang bet Aster.
Enggak sih kan kalau best winner.
Siapa tahu Angel kalah gamenya menang.
Susah Ted. Percayalah. Lawannya EG ini tuh. Bongo banget udah pakai apa. Itu nge-trade-nya lama banget ya. Astaga.
Ada heal nggak?
Spike carrier killed.
Oh, you can.
Spike down mid.
Aja di kill ini.
Toxin screen down.
Set.
Player standing.
Last player standing.
Udah saya ngomong di in-game kayak gitu.
Iya.
Ya.
Aing ngeliat sih soalnya double kan.
Swing.
Team A.
Bukan exit ini, sofanya sendiri
itu. Bisa main.
Enggak bisa main exit. Ya,
Last round in the half.
Kalau nemu orang kayak gini report aja ya, report itu gratis.
Last chance to use
Report aja bisa mungkin ya.
Gue mau diem di mid sampai mati ya, sampai ada yang nge-push bodo amat. Apa dulu gue, pasti nge-push nih si bangsat ini nih.
Ini saja sok positif tai anjing lah, lu cupu diem ya.
Positive mental attitude.
HMA ya, lu Ria.
Jack, kasih pahan Jack, flash.
Flash siapa goblok? Oh.
Kita kasih toksin di tanah dia.
Nah, lihat. Bagus kan toksinnya?
Here.
Oh, kalem. Aing bisa depet ulang ini kayaknya.
Mau dikunci lagi.
Kasih molly gak ada?
Nowhere to run.
Iya, jadi ikut.
Ada yang mau nge-flank gini sih?
Itu kan punya molly ini.
Punya.
Molly set sih goblok.
Masih positif gitu ngasih tau B-nya ada 2.
Don't get in my way. Toxin screen down.
Spike down A.
Lama pisan ulti aing keluarin.
Prepare for
Give me those back.
Kira lu kini ada.
Give me those back.
10 seconds left. One enemy remaining.
Di belakang segitiganya kayaknya.
I got the spot.
Ngambil orb.
Ngambil off.
Clutch.
Hawk out.
Last player standing. Switching sides.
It's you little Ripa.
Keep it up, love.
Oi, Suren lah.
Iya mas, Serenanya terhayang Suren. dikasih sirip of woody namanya.
Tolong.
Autolock more like autolol. Tiba autolock Viper, padahal gue mau Viper banget, Ted. Jiwa gue teh Viper, Ted.
Viper, cing ada nge-pick Viper sama di bris.
Padahal jiwa gue tuh Viper banget. Nggak di-pick bro. Win 5. Gelo sih tahu arah Lembang gitu.
Toxin screen down.
Kok bisa menang sih?
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
Di store gue udah match pang ghost, aing beli ini. Masih belum mulai, ini belum nge-pick ini Dota HPI.
Nah, mending main aja. Pakai nungguin gituan.
If any of you die, I lose a bet with brimstone, so don't embarrass me like that, please.
Oh, dari main kalau udah pakai Scott ya, Scott emotion udah.
Trapis Scott.
Iya.
Ini cukup bet dah ini.
Ya makanya.
Kalau dia udah di radian.
Si Theo plat. Teti plat. Gue gold 1 musuhnya. Gak tau.
Spike down mid.
Mana Ted gak dapet apa-apa Ted?
Loncat-loncat sambil nembak.
Seni berarti itu Ted.
Toxins going up.
Ke B ya, KA ya mah.
Setnya beli Phantom langsung nasil anjing udah gila.
Enemy down. Toxin screen down.
Enggak ada orang.
Mid, goblok mid.
Enemy spotted mid. Enemy spotted mid.
Gila apaan sih masuknya kayak gitu nggak jelas banget.
Heal me Sage.
No heal.
Sage. Nggak apa-apa udah bilang Sage, please.
Spike planted.
Sage.
One enemy remaining.
Lastnya 101 Ted, 50 HP. Dia beli armor. Oh enggak. Pokoknya 101 aja gue tag.
101 very low. So low kind.
Ted. Yes.
Dia dapat phantom ya guys ya.
Match point.
Sage, why you don't heal me Sage? Iya, trigger Sage sama ini. Apa sih Sage? No. You didn't heal me. You didn't heal my heart. You didn't heal my heart beating.
Lu mau nurunin sampai gold kan Ted?
Do you feel the same?
Nanti mau turun sampai gold kok nggak salah.
Toxins going up. Toxin screen down. You're done. Many enemies.
Spike planted.
Oh ya ada nih Ted. Jangan jumping jack
Ada nih
gitu.
di bawah kanan kita nih.
Last player standing.
Lihat bohong.
Udah naik kali.
Patch Ted, kasih tahu Ted. Kasih tahu Ted. Gameplay serius lu Ted.
Attackers
Mau
win.
gimana nggak kelas sih?
Rena.
Don't
play, oke?
Ini ingat-ingat dulu namanya. Ayo udah tahu aja masih di atas orang ini.
Lucu banget Rena ya. Apa nama Rena? Anda tahan. Wah, gue turun silver.
Ganti ID lu.
GG. GG gaming.
Ini gue udah 6 mulu streak nih. Sampai dari minusnya cuma 15 sampai minus 23 nih. Ntar lagi minus 50. 50.
Kayaknya nggak mungkin ya sampai 50. 25 kayak paling gede. Paling
30
gede.
paling tinggi 30.
Ngeri ya.
Si STP kan sering 30. Dari platinum ke silver tuh gara-gara minus 30 terus pas platinum di gold tuh minus 30. Selagi menang plus 11. Pas kalah minus 30.
Nasibnya goblok. Kalau main paling bawah.
What? Login Zoom sambil Discord bisa nggak ya?
Bisa lah.
Bisa.
Orang Aing sering sama Theo, ya nggak Teh?
Betul.
Bener juga. Aing ada kelas harus join dulu ya guys sebentar. Kita lihat dulu. Belajar sekolah pasar modal, anjas.
Anjir, saya jadi pasar modal, saya jadi
Main saham. Main saham. Padahal Aing sudah main, mantap. Meeting ID-nya apa seluruh kalau boleh tahu nih? Mana sih anjing? Aspek perilaku lain, seminar pajak, teori portofolio.
Kenapa kita nggak coba party 5 terus nge-throw anjing langsung?
Teori Fata Morgana.
Yang mati pakai brimstone. Terus pakai killjoy.
Mending langsung surrender lah kayak gitu mah. Abis 50.
Iya, mending main party 5 sama siapa? 2 lagi?
Michael sama Kenji itu pasti mau tuh anjing nge-throw mah.
Maksudnya kayak gitu aja. Maksudnya enggak. Tag dulu Kenji.
Close your eyes and give me your boobs.
Daniel ya ini ya?
Bapak
Daniel. Ya, Bapak Syah lagi main ini Valorant.
Do you feel the same? Wis, entip menang, sensitif jadi naik gold 1, keren.
Nggak ngerti lah aneh di sana, sumpah.
Tapi cuma plus 10 doang anjing.
Kemarin pas main sama Sisya merasakan kan Ted gimana keras, gimana bebannya.
Yang bertiga itu.
Bodoh, bertiga apa sih?
Apa sih? Apa?
Gak tahu. Apa anjing? Nggak ngerti.
Nani Kori.
Kelasnya 15 menit lagi. Masuk dari sekarang aja sabi kali ya.
Bisa dong harusnya.
Nanti mic-nya kebuka.
Ada 1, 2, 3, 4. Si Paniati David anjing. Saya masuk ke YouTube aing terus
subscribe mana?
Subrek Teti Web udah sih fan-nya Teti Web. Nanti ada gambar jetnya gila gua harusnya masuk DKV ini.
Goblok, report. Cari Teti Web aja Ken.
Nanti saya ngeliat foto anjir bagus bisa thumbnailnya ini.
Goblok aja. Like the worst thumbnail you could ever seen. Si Steve nih ajak nge-throw.
Dia mau suruh main serius aja udah.
Baru naik langsung turun lagi.
Temen Aing bikin YouTube baru 5 hari ke ban gara-gara Aing ngerasis anjing. Main sama Aing ngerasis ke ban anjing.
Memang sampah ya Anda ya.
Mau tahu nggak Ken?
Lagi kelas teh.
Sambil kelas?
Ini Aing sambil nugas goblok kelasnya juga.
Sambil nugas dan kelas? Iya.
Iya Aing.
Iya nggak tahu sambil nugas dan kelas.
Goblok sih kira.
Saya udah lihat belum thumbnail Aing?
Mana?
Teti
Kayak jelek banget kan?
Enggak bagus.
Gambar-gambar goblok gitu aja. Tolol aja.
3 watching now nih. Udah 3 hati-hati, bentar lagi 30, 300, 3000, 30.000, 300 miliar ini.
Wah, subscribernya 15.
Hati-hati 15 orang nanti datangin rumah saya dipukulin sih. Do you feel this?
Itu udah jadi cewek Ted.
Boom ID sekarang namanya jadi Boom gitu, Jack.
Ada 2 berarti, ada Boom ID, ada Boom yang biasa.
Enggak maksudnya apa namanya? Sebelumnya kan nggak ada nama Boomnya gitu nggak sih? Yang apa yang Predator itu anjingnya sponsor ya?
Apex Predator.
Siapa?
Ini kayaknya ikut nggak?
Nope.
Ngetro
Yaudah,
kan?
Ted.
Ngetro kan?
Ini yang lagi nugas kok, Blok,
Ya,
sambil
nugas
kelas.
sambil main dong.
Gila kali ya.
Udah ya, Ted.
Ini Basel X tiba-tiba jadi kedua goblok. Jing turun anjing. Daily double.
Ya, semenjak dia masuk boom itu.
Boom 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 boom.
David teh botol sama itu masuk boom sih ngeri juga ya.
Jack.
Jangan Ted. Ted.
Bagus banget.
Yongklak kali ya.
Kalem, pindah bentar.
Ted duelis Ted sih Ted masuk asal main. 3 duelis tuh kagok.
Gue backup flash.
Backup flash aja aing nu buta paling juga anjing.
Hati-hati sama gue mah.
Jam berapa?
Sekali si Teti sih gue gak pernah percaya, Teh.
Oke.
Bagus.
Lu kemarin bilang bagus, lihat kan apa yang terjadi. Layar lu kuning, Teh, gara-gara si Teh.
Ijo, goblok.
Iya. Gue lagi liatin kan. Kata Theo, Teti sekali lebih bagus dari Rico. Flash layarnya hijau. Sama aja. Gak ada yang lebih baik. Aduh, jatuh mama.
Do you feel my heart beating? Do you understand? Do you feel the same?
Oh, ada plat 3 sih di musuh, males banget.
Kalah dong kita.
Kalah, kita mah udah gak bisa apa-apa pisan sih, Ted.
Bener banget.
Kita mah udah bener-bener gak tahu lah udah.
Kayaknya harus main Roblox aja sih.
Main Squid Game ya, Roblox, Squid Game.
Kokoa.
Siapa tahu nggak?
Powder.
Siapa tahu nggak? Tahu kan? Tahu kan game itu?
Tahu. Tapi belum nonton film. Tahu aja dulu yang penting.
Ada itu. Jadi di Robloxnya dia dibikin gamenya persis kayak Squid Game ya. Kokoa gitu kan.
Kokoa.
Memang bagus itu memang. Windah main anjing.
Iya sih Windah main. Tapi malasnya servernya harus bayar gitu. Jadi kayak lu beli license kayak gitu. Kayak lu create license terus dibayar gitu. Pakai koin, tapi koinnya Ethereum, Ted.
Oh, 1 Ethereum kan masuknya mahal sekali. Bocil-bocil namanya Ethereum.
Cutting through.
Gak ada yang gak mungkin gitu di kehidupan.
Gak ada depan kiri.
Parah ada balik ya dia.
Udah masuk.
Gak balik dulu, Along.
Di wall ya.
Spike planted.
Ya, ding dia, udah anjing.
Over heal kan?
Iya, heal.
Ada yang nge-push.
Reload.
What?
Last player standing.
Gue penonton aja 4 biji si Kenji namanya.
I will kill their healer. It's the only way to keep them all dead.
Aduh, kembali nggak bisa dijual. Anjing masih belum mulai.
Cibaya ini si JK.
Kenapa?
Mantulnya kencang pisan anjing.
Ya ngilangin aja suaranya, gampang. Ini lagu dari sananya.
Dari mana?
Ya kelas gua, ada kelas pasar modal dari Bursa Efek Indonesia.
Oh.
Jadi gitu.
Ding lagi. Wena tai anjing.
Kameranya.
Spike planted.
Lah.
Tarik dekat.
Bentar.
Dingkat.
Ended.
Di belakang lu ada tuh.
Last player standing.
Walau 104.
Anti-net.
These parasites aren't going to take one step past this place.
Walau.
Understand? Do you feel the same?
Beli.
Astra masang satu segini.
Hawk out! Blinded.
Garasinya nembus. Aduh.
Smoke's down. Stim beacon down.
Spike planted.
Ini posisinya bagus banget sih.
Molly.
Enemy kill.
Backside satu kayak.
Time to jump.
Itu silong sih, yang tahu.
Decoy.
Last player standing.
Kalah sama Spectre ya.
One enemy remaining.
No time.
No time.
One more bullet diffusing.
Make sure to follow my pack in. They'll lead us right to the enemy.
Masih ngobrol lagi TI-nya tadi tuh berarti breaknya cuma buat pipis doang aja kalau.
I've got your trail.
Tahu bah dia. Tanya suka push.
JK DC ya.
Iya.
Hawk out!
Spike planted.
Blinded.
DC. Ini ternyata mati lagi JK.
Kau aja. Sambil zoom gak kuat itu.
Memang JK tadi mati lagi si ini. Internet tadi mati juga pas lagi main Valorant.
Watch this. Open up the sky.
Seek them out. Hawk out!
Shit, belum masuk lagi.
You.
Everyone hiding.
You, Sky.
Heal up, squad.
30 seconds left. One enemy remaining.
Mid nggak sih lah, Set?
Tahu ya.
10 seconds left. Spike planted. Last player standing.
Diffuse aja lah ya.
Thrifty.
I could not have made that easier.
Landed haymakers.
Chicken dog. And CJ coming again.
Nah, saya nggak main jet sih, Ted.
Nggak berani entry gua.
This is gonna be fun. Get out of my way!
Why'd you find it?
Wah, lari nembak headshot lagi.
Grounded.
Launching smoke. Silau.
Spike planted.
Stim beacon here.
Nih, Reynanya tahu banget posisi aing ya. Dia selalu siap aja.
Eagle-eyed.
Nih, sini nih.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Off in behind the box.
Where?
Behind you. Oh, wall, behind the wall. Yeah, there.
Try the same old tricks.
Thank you. Request.
I need this, my thanks.
Aduh.
Si KJ emang harus diblok anjing orang.
Kenapa?
Bang, kok cukup bang.
Keep up.
Decoy.
Night. Enemy spotted mid. Reloading.
Gak ada ini.
Siapa punya heal?
You will not kill my allies.
Depan galat situ.
Hawk out.
Siapa punya heal?
Blinded.
Oh.
Healing over here. Enemy spotted mid. Time reloading.
Ada.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Give me a moment. I need to set back up.
If I'm only dreaming. Silong.
I've got your trail. Blinded. Enemy spotted C.
Last player standing.
Got it.
Teach them to respect their elders.
Help a girl out, would you?
I'm saving.
Tes.
Siapa namanya?
Tahu. Ini Rene. Enggak, ya tadi gua mati. Ini Rene kenapa dah ngeri-ngeriting gua?
Dia siap terus.
Kayak tahu mulu dah.
Hawk destroyed.
Aing ngepick mana dia ada, ngepick mana dia.
Betul.
Hawk out.
Lihat dicek anjing. Wah, hack kah?
Kayaknya nge-cheat ya sih. Tahu terus dia soalnya.
Bisa wall anjing.
Tadi di platform lihat lo. Terus pas gua nge-swing ke window, dia di window ngeliat itu. Aneh sih itu Rene. Ngerti ya, nge-cheat atau enggaknya.
Oh hack sih. Paling mending hack soalnya M dia nggak kalah. Dia cuma tahu doang.
Spike planted.
Kayaknya ya sih, kayaknya nge-cheatin ya.
Last player standing.
Galet satu.
Decoy.
Tadi gua nge-push Galet juga dia lihat. Iya. Gua habis kill Galet sih dia diam di sini langsung nungguin sini anjing. Dia tahu ada yang di situ.
Ini kayak nge-cheat sih kayaknya.
Paling gua hack doang sih. Yang dia mah enggak gaya.
Ya cuma karena apa? Karena
ya tahu jadi
lokasinya jadi udah siap. Jadi udah siap, iya. Semudah itu. Di sini suaranya mantul nggak?
Enggak
kan? Oke.
Hawk out.
Ngeri sih ini orang.
Launching smoke. I'll handle this. Smoke's down. Hit beacon here. Enemy spotted A.
Di shot ya si Rena-nya.
Even aja smoke pak.
Kurang tahu.
Mantul Jack.
BB.
Adanya dari Galet sih, lu ngecek gak sih?
Down and out.
Spike planted.
Gotcha.
Udah mati 2 ya. Planting C itu. Salah.
Decoy. That's 3.
One enemy remaining.
Portal closed. Good try, idiots.
They're usually distracted once I reveal them. Make sure you take advantage.
Sekarang milenial nggak tahu, sekarang milenial tahu lah, bacot lah.
Reloading.
Enggak. Cuma nembak dong.
Hawk out.
C-nya. Oh dia tuh ada tuh.
Someone is A. Reload.
Found one.
Wah, C-nya masuk tuh.
Found
Time to
one.
jump.
Gimana caranya dia nggak bunuh si Sky anjing?
The hunt begins.
Ke B kayaknya.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
Wave banget dah.
Hawk out!
Almost ace anjing.
Don't even
Bisa
start
tapi
that shit here, mate.
Last round before the switch.
Don't save anything.
Punka
Last chance to
andai
use our stuff.
Si Astor. Si lihat Tini Bane ini.
Iya, biasa kalau Kunka sih 10% killnya agak susah kalau ada Tini Bane. Biasanya Tini Bane sih bakal persen kill tapi nggak tahu juga ya.
Harusnya si Tini Bane anjing. Di awal-awal
ya harusnya mah.
Tet double OP itu.
Tidak, oh
I got yous, okay?
Gua pindah.
Nggak sini nggak apa-apa lah. Double lah kita.
Firasatnya enggak?
You won't hide in your trail. Harden up, girly.
Si Amis aing enggak miss.
You will not kill my allies. Enemy spotted.
Hai, miss anjing kudanya. Bete lah. Ada bakil anjing kalau enggak.
One enemy remaining. Spike down, attacker spawn.
144. Salah bal, gue harusnya rada ke belakang, bodoh bet.
Kenapa jadi nyoba ya?
Iya, kenapa sih semua jadi serius? Saya aja dari tadi lagi marah aja Pikioru karena bercanda. Jadi si Teo 17, si Teti. Enggak Teti mah mau 5 mau aja Teti. Gua kejar nih, tenang. Reload.
Enggak serius gitu. Oh ini mah gue jamin IG pas 10 kill anjir. Leon, Lina. Iya IG.
Ini abis ini kita nonton
Leon,
itu.
Lina sama
TI ya. Ini nonton TI abis ini ya nggak?
Itu pas 10 kill parah anjir. Leon, Lina, Elder Titan anjing.
Gua ambil kelas, nonton. Ntar udahnya kalau udah main 5 baru main 5 lah kita ini. Ada Teti kan? Sudah bertiga sama Suka umurin. Kena ding. Beli armor Astranya tuh.
Itu game-nya langsung banyak ya?
Iya. Satu game langsung semuanya itu.
Bodoh aja gue misalnya.
Udah langsung masuk gitu sih.
Dia nge-smoke 3 kali langsung masuk dia. Masuk sendiri lagi.
Nekat gitu.
Beside pindah ke C. Ya taruh jebak ya Teti ya, bawa spike lagi.
Spike down, C.
Belakang.
Sumpah nggak tahu tadi nggak ada.
Pasang TPK dulu aja.
Itu ada orang. Ini di pingai kan?
30 seconds left.
Tadi mesti di situ ada nggak sih? Oh, ngebohong.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
What the fuck si Oxy anjing?
Lamaan.
No more doubts. We're ready.
Yang gue bet masih belum mulai anjing.
Teti sama gue skillnya tinggal beda 1 sekarang. Ted, siap-siap gue kejar aja Ted.
Bawa Leon anjing.
Teti masang di mana aja sih?
Cuma di IG. Enggak, IG harusnya first 10 kill itu. Enggak, gue lihat. Jadi gue udah firasat T1 pasti pengennya menang IG. Pasti 10 kill aja.
Kenapa ding klasik cuma 87? Hey.
Launching smoke.
Reload.
Belakang pusing.
Pelan.
Wah! One day.
Jack. Satu di spike.
Di belakang ada satu teh.
Last player
Wah, anjing,
standing.
gak kelihatan goblok. Tahu silau anjing.
Oke. Oke-nya mid tight hunter aja.
Jeleknya gitu bah warna kuning kalau yang pilih kuning.
Ruin their day.
Di sini sih kan cerah banget ya anjing, goblok warna kuning tidak jelas anjing.
Tadi gue nggak sih ini jetnya nggak
I'm out of stuff.
Rena nggak ngecit. Kitanya aja yang lebih bodoh ya.
Awal-awal berarti prediksi dia benar semua aja.
Hoki doang. Ini aja sekali kita nge-throw.
Reloading.
Kayaknya PPG.
Ini mainannya Bane Miranda, ini Ege.
Yoru tuh kalau di luar lingkaran kelihatan.
Ya.
Last player standing. Spike down A.
Iya kalah anjing.
Die. Decoy.
Jangan gak mampus.
Dongo anjing orang-orang kayak gini tuh.
Win. Show me where to go.
Siapa yang ngajak ini?
Nggak tahu. Oh.
More fresh, more good, bro.
Nonton TI dulu dah, nonton TI dulu dah.
Biar bisa nonton TI.
Nanti main lagi. F5. Bas.
Safety's off.
Tampah bisa nih. Tolol.
Hawk out.
Duelin terus tuh abang lu.
Enemy spotted A.
Cang bet yang mana, Ted?
EG.
Apa? EG?
Iya.
Enemies OEC. Ted kanan Ted.
Kagak ada tim EG. Oke banget.
Ada EG Astor.
Oh, EG Astor.
Lo itu?
Last player standing. Spike down mid.
LTZ, Abed, Fly, Ice, Cleat. Wih, aing masih tahu semua ini mah namanya.
Iyalah.
Astornya yang lagi kena COVID deh.
Sumpah?
Iya.
Semuanya.
Pokoknya
Makanya TI jadi nggak ada crowdnya kan sekarang. Gara-gara kemarin ada yang kena COVID jadi nggak ada crowd.
Terus ini tim Astornya main di mana?
Kurang tahu.
Gak mungkin lah orang udah ke Bukares, Roma kok mau gimana main di rumahnya, paling juga dia di
isolasi gitu kan.
Iya, gaming house aja paling, gaming house. Kalau 5-5-nya kena semua ya udah kajian bro ini bros before host together forever.
Iya, udah lu kena satu kan, udah patah yuk ikutan yuk gitu kan.
Beacon down.
Satu mati semua mati lah, jadi rosternya ganti semua gitu.
Reload.
Blocking sight.
Molly. Cutting through.
Found one. Taken out.
Launching
Hawk
smoke.
out.
Dim beacon here.
One enemy remaining.
Dua-duanya City sih, tahu aing.
Spike planted.
Gak digalat sekarang.
Hawk out.
Untung aing tetap siap Ted anjing. Bulan itu aing sama sih ya.
Another fight?
Ya,
Clean slate.
yang ngebutain mah bukan
Let's leave
gua,
whatever happens in the past.
Salah nama gue anjing. Tadi gue nyarinya nama Anne Queen anjing. Ternyata yang baca Miolisi.
Alasannya aja kayak gitu.
Iya.
Basi.
Tahu cek.
Basi. Dia aja mau flash tail.
Try not to die.
Aing pakai Euro aja masih bisa ketiga, nggak ngerti anjing.
Hawk out.
Stim beacon down. Reload. Enemy spotted. Reload.
Anjing Ted. Itu kok di atas?
Di atas. Sagenya di atas.
Time to hunt.
Gue timing.
Hawk out.
Bro, gitu.
Gimana ya itu mah? Big brain.
You will not kill my allies.
Ini orang masang kamera aja nggak beres deh.
Get.
Who trained you?
Ini orang masang kamera aja lama banget.
Both from my planet. Open up the sky.
Get out of my way.
One enemy remaining.
Nge-throw itu kok sampai menang.
Volley.
Flank nggak sih satu lagi?
Flank, maybe flank.
Kayak ada step ya?
Iya, maybe from Elo.
Atau nggak CT itu mah kayaknya step CT deh.
Soalnya gue mati di base.
Kayak enggak.
Tadi yang mati sama Astra siapa?
Gua di base tadi. From Elo.
Ya, berarti benar.
Yes, from Elo. No, Elo, for sure Elo.
Match point.
He kill me in here.
My camera is broken. Oh, wait.
No, he kill me in.
Careful here.
Oh my lord, you. Oh, I will place you every round, okay?
Orang tinggal last round juga. Kan last round Ted. Mati aing sewa aja kenapa?
Kenapa coba Jack?
Intinya Yoro
Don't
agent
beat them
tolong.
ground.
Ya langsung aing mau selesain.
I've got your trail.
Ganti aja blur. Blur lagi blur.
Iya anjing ngadepin aing lagi, aing tahu sekarang mah goblok. Cabut ah. Ada si Babang Sky anjing.
Ada si Astanya.
Time to hunt.
Nge-push terus.
They're concussed.
Terus paling jago lu nge-push gitu terus tuh.
Hawk out.
Ketahuan dong Ted. Semuanya di situ soalnya.
One enemy remaining.
Teddy dong ngobot anjing.
Spike down mid.
Karena gancang asupna teh anjing.
Enggak maksudnya aing sengaja hold tuh supaya aing bisa cut anjing.
I find them. I kill them.
Cuman sia.
Asup boy.
Ini lagi latihan semua, ini satu di garage lagi.
Gue kira mau masukin B, jadi gue ya udah gue entry-in aja dulu.
Enggak.
Gue udah baik lah.
Enggak.
Gue sangat baik sekali.
Jadi mau mempermasalahan baik atau
mau
enggak?
entry nih. Aku harus membantu Theo supaya aku bisa menang gitu tak. Tapi ternyata salah.
Jadi emang damkok anjing.
I have dropped the spike.
Time to
Spike
jump.
drop.
Stim
I have
beacon here.
retrieved the spike.
Reloading.
Kagak mau masuk dah teman-temannya dia mulu. Selagi diangkringan. Aing 5 HP cok.
Kanan Jack. Peten berarti.
Bukan gua itu. Gua.
Buried.
One enemy remaining.
Ted heal kali Ted.
Hawk out. Hawk destroyed. Healing over here.
Planted the spike.
Garage goblok. Outside garage gak sih? Berarti kanan.
Heal up. Squad reloading.
Gak ada.
Nah, JT kemana anjing?
Gak tahu.
Out of healing. Seek
Kalau B-side gak sih? Oh,
Silong.
Found one.
Go flash Ted.
Hawk destroyed.
it before.
Setting nge-trouble.
Dia kill 3 ada tadi.
Oh nggak tahu. Tetap di bawah gua kill 3 juga.
Help a girl out, would ya?
Aduh, gue lupa close tradingnya anjing.
Si Tete kill 3 juga tetap di bawah.
Masih nono tapi di live mah anjing.
Emang.
Lama pisan itu.
Watch and learn.
Udah menangin
Jajan gue.
Lama banget. Sorry Ted.
Oh, nggak apa-apa udah.
Reload.
Nggak apa-apa udah.
Gak apa-apa udah ya lur ya.
You are divided.
Tadi itu yang keluar masuk aing ya?
Nggak tahu. Tadi ada yang keluar di status masuk siapa?
Nggak tahu, aing ngomong kayak nggak ada suara. Tapi aing di sini.
Last player standing. Spike down A.
Cage triggered.
The hunt begins.
Ini udah nggak tahu aja masih 27 loh.
Defenders win.
Udah, yuk nonton. Di Twitch ada nggak ya? Kan nonton di Twitch aja deh.
Kalau lab game berbahaya ini.
Enggak ya, awal-awal aing nggak tahu ya. Pas attack-nya itu tahu anjing. Satu
Itu cara nggak sih?
Ada. Ini alias 86 nge-kill Ted. Kenapa satu namanya alias bukan Astal anjing?
Di Twitch nggak ada ya?
Ada.
Di geng aja nggak mati kunkanya.
Lu nonton di YouTube, Ted?
Iya. Enggak.
Aing nonton di Twitch. Nih Jack lah.
Yang mana sih? Grup A atau grup?
And they didn't overreact either. Like Lanem, he had a TP, but they were cool. They kept
Yeah,
their angles. They just
they-
dropped
they
one
were
hero
like,
and
wait,
they're-
what
What are they doing? They're not
Oh,
going to
ada
kill
di
us.
Twitch
We'll
spec.
see
But
maybe
now,
now. 86.
86?
Oh, he will die this time.
EG
They weren't having any of that. They came straight back
Ada.
and made sure to get some revenge as they
Thorax.
do bring 86 down. And by the looks of it, Abed, with the damage of this flame guard, the stun's going to be up in a second, but it doesn't matter. Abed runs them down. So this is obviously the dangerous thing.
Abed
You know,
yang mi-post 10
you
kali.
give Abed some reason to fire up in the mid. He will. Quite literally here on the Ember
Soon
Spirit.
ini
2 kills straight up.
Ini Bane Milana anjing nggak mungkin kalah tuh first bullet-nya.
86 stuck around a pit.
Kenapa gua
Down
nonton?
on him.
Kenapa gua nonton
The
Rusia?
setup crit with the follow-up. It's going to be EG hitting
Bane
back very
Milana
hard.
mungkin
They
kalah,
weren't
anjing.
too happy about losing that first blood.
Sumpah.
There's 3 kills
Yeah,
straight
the
on the
first
board
time
in response here for EG.
Bulletnya berapa sekarang ya?
Lane's still looking real good though for Aster. XXS has actually
Sejuta?
bullied Arteezy out
Lebih
because
anjing,
well,
satu
Arteezy's
dua
kind of
di atas
chosen to
belasan
go to the
ribu.
Enggak,
jungle
kan
phase,
rating
making
kan
the
rating
rotation
store
where he has to
rating
just
store
get
kan
out of that
satunya
top lane,
9.000.
which is kind of traditional for your carries now at this point. 7
Kalau lu
minutes is
ngikutin
usually
rating
when
luar
the
negeri
pressure
mah
starts
ya
being too much in your safe lane that you have to start
1.4
moving.
juta
When
nanti itu
A
kan.
gets slept, he's got the stretch game,
Mati
but
Monet teh.
Coming up, we'll see if they have
But
enough
kayaknya
damage in
menang
the
deh.
burst.
Menang ini first aid kita.
Oh mungkin kalah nggak sih?
Monet, he's out of the trees with the waveform.
Lagi covid
Find
lagi
him.
pada ada batuk-batuk.
Spirits out, the Inner Shadow's ticking him down. EG very active right now. They will let this top lane go by the looks of it. XXS pushing in.
Saya
Tier
jadi
1
ikutan
tower will
batuk,
fall,
bangsat.
but
Ini memang
EG
batuk.
on the prowl, on the hunt for these kills as expected with this Bane setup.
And I like that.
Iya,
as I
COVID
said, we see a lot of times
nanti
even
kalau
people
masih
not
ada
getting their splitter
yang
until
kasih
like
sih
level
COVID
7,
kedua.
8, something 9 like that. Level 6
Tapi
he takes
duit
the splitter because he
hanya
has
duit
the setup for it with the
nekroposnya
sleep with the arrow, and that's the damage,
kayak
the difference
banget.
to be able to kill that Morphling.
Wah,
They're very
nekroposnya udah
important.
jadi
As top tower gets
ya.
taken, XXS, he's already
Itu kenapa mid-nya namanya beda yang main mid-nya
hold
COVID
this
itu
tower?
parah anjing nggak bisa main.
How hard is it for EG's heroes to now take this tower that XXS
Nggak, itu
is
pengganti
down with the
berarti.
hood?
It depends on how many
Kayaknya
heroes they rotate, but it should be
quite difficult, because if you overextend on him too, then Lanem ports in a Tombstone, and this Necrophos has like 2k, more than 2k effective life right now with the hood, plus those stick charges that will affect him literally 20. He'll have Ghost Shroud. Probably next level, I think level 8 he'll grab it up. So yeah, he's gonna be
Mau mati nggak sih?
Mati.
Mati anjing
Monet,
sakit.
he'll just take the mid lane.
86.
Ditambah layar
He's
soalnya.
got the setup onto Arteezy. Tombstone down. Boats coming in. Arteezy, he's not getting any help here at all. As a fantastic catch there from 86. Arteezy just heading up to the high ground was not prepared for him to be waiting there. And he got hit by the Tidebringer before he went to high ground, didn't he?
He did.
He did. So got hit by the Tidebringer. Maybe he just felt confident. Didn't think he would die. But he did. Aster, they take him down.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
2k lead now for us as well.
Tim Aston semuanya kena COVID, sumpah.
Setahu gua mah waktu itu cuma ada satu orang yang kena sama krunya kalau nggak salah teh. Gue lupa baca beritanya. Tapi kayaknya nggak semua deh.
Mungkin satu yang kena tuh si mid-nya goblok makanya diganti.
Meren.
Internet aing lemot gini.
See this as soon as they see Arteezy, and let's see what they do to react to it.
White success.
No, you don't go on that.
Does tank the arrow.
You don't want to go on that hero.
But yeah, he's ready to tank more than just the arrow.
And they're just gonna go mid.
Kalau menang
They're like, you know what?
dapat
Bottom tower doesn't matter. We'd rather just actually put the pressure on ourselves. And as we said, Aster as a 5-man unit is a much stronger team fight lineup than EG does have. EG has to play around the pickoffs. Or just outplay in team fight. Crazy.
Itu yang dilihat mah, yang di mana gue tuh lupa, yang kalau oddsnya turun berarti killnya nambah, kalau oddsnya naik berarti skill.
Saya buffering terus gak ini?
We'll get that tomb off guaranteed.
Enggak gue. Internet tuh lagi jelek kali.
Keep the catapult alive with crits there with an
Dari
arrow.
kemarin juga live stream lo nge-lag ya.
Push in its tracks.
See what they can do anything about Monet, because he's
Namanya
getting the space to
Borax,
catch
jelek
up.
banget.
He's got a bit of a slower time as compared to the other course in the opening.
Another smoke coming out here.
Got
the finger.
Got the finger.
They have huge amounts of burst.
Fly.
They just, I guess they're just gonna settle.
Yeah, they'll take it.
Oh, D5.
Yeah, even throw down both the ults here. No messing around, makes sure they get the kill. Ahmed does jump in. I see a nice move from Monet. Uses the chance against him, but Moonlight Shadow is out. Don't quite have detection on them here, so Ahmed will be able to step away.
Getting away with quite a lot here.
Soalnya dia bawa Morphling, iya.
Monet now being able to play in the aggressive jungle. Arteezy about to have his Echo Saber finished up. So that's when he's going to be able to start joining the fights. But as we said, not an easy fighting game. Playing versus Necrophos, playing versus Undying. Playing versus like most of these heroes is not the easiest at all. They don't have good burst targets on almost anybody except for the Lion.
I mean, it shows, and it's going to be expected, right? These heroes that we do feel are going to be strong, like the Tiny. So are the pro players. They're going to come into this tournament with a lot of preparation against how they want to draft and play against that hero, and that's definitely apparent here. They've got easy setup on XXS, and with 4 heroes beating down upon him, we'll see Arbit try and catch more, looking for 86, but he's also able to bottle Invis, so no further chase here.
That Tombstone though, that was a little bit weird there from Lanem. That one just kind of free money for EG. And now the tower might also be in jeopardy because that Tombstone.
They can't really put up a fight now. Tombstone and XXS gone.
XXS might just TP back in as they are rotating over. His boat's back up, but yeah, no Tombstone available.
Lihat ini Andai.
Yeah, I was maybe just worried that 86 would get chased down.
Kalau perang 5 lawan 5.
Stomp comes out onto them. Arteezy will look to finish off the tower. Avalanche out to hold back the turn. The splitter comes in. Lanham able to heal up. Sleight of fist though from Arbit just cuts through them. That's going to be Lanham gone down. Sleep set up onto XXS. Good time from 86 to hold back Arbet for now, but Arbet with the stick charges, he's still good to continue to chase. Change setup into the arrow. EG, they'll catch the Necrophos. XXS, he's still alive. Able to put the stick underneath the tower. He's going to live. Turns around with the Reaper's side. They do. Was that a clutch Nightmare save from Fly? I believe it was. Nightmare onto Ice. Saves him from the Reaper's side. But 86, he'll find the 2-man torrent. A couple of hits. He gets it off just before the stomp comes in. So Ice still goes down. Monet chasing Fly into the Rither. Disaster will hit back. A very admirable save attempt there from Fly to keep Ice alive. But unfortunately for the two of them, they do still both end up going down. Casualties as well on the side of Asta, but the way the team fight ends, Asta in a position to push back, take this tier 1 minute.
Yeah, a bit of mistakes coming out too. XX didn't even use his hood. He would have lived.
Tapi Dota teh
on the initial
replay.
Yeah, on the initial go, he didn't pop the
Kalau TI mah enggak.
I thought he was gonna wait like for the last second maybe to catch
Kalau
them off guard, but yeah,
turnamen
he just never
kecil tuh,
popped it.
wah.
I mean, we saw Arbet feeling strong with the Maelstrom done.
TI mah enggak.
Big amounts of damage there on that first jump, and they chase
yang,
on, but it's definitely not without a cost there. Losing their own tier 1 tower.
Good save by Fly. He's definitely very awake and ready. XXS, as I said, very awake and ready for that, but for the plays, but yeah, just not popping his hood. Gets himself taken out as EG does get at least a kill. As you said,
Kecil lagi nonton OG kan? Iya. Siapa aja isinya OG?
Looking to clean out their jungle here a bit here. As Monet is just farming ancient stack.
Kok Ice?
OG
catching up only a couple of hundred, only about 100 behind RTZ now.
And as we said, in
VALORANT
this matchup,
yang
you've got a
ya.
lot of fun things to turn into. Sure, not some crazy agonies unless he turns into like the ET at some point in the later stages if he does.
Tadi takut goblok dia
go for that, but just turning into heroes normally, turning into a tiny number.
100 mete aja.
Spectacular.
There we go, they're smoking up again here, Asta.
Pemberani dia kalau
mati nih, crit.
With the finger ready to go. Arcane Rune as well on 86. He could be set for a drawn-out engagement. BG try and bring it. Looks like it would just be the one pick off it. Saving the finger, of course. No need for a hit.
It's nice though. It's a good pick off because Crit's getting close to that target vessel. Very valuable this game versus the Necro and the Morphling. So
asik sih kalau kayak gitu main ketawa tuh.
Jadi udah lemes nih.
Able to sort of get into the jungle here. Six of the
Oh iya nggak bisa.
BKB. I mean, when that BKB is done, this gets caught out by a group setup. He's probably going to be invincible. It's not going to be easy killing these heroes. This is Necrophos. Very, very tanky. Another catch here for Asta. They catch Fly doing a warning mission in their jungle. Instantly put a stop to.
He's owning.
He's
part of all 7 kills.
Top network, that's dude.
He's owning, I'm telling you.
He is.
Asta tim apa?
As it goes with sort of last minute standings, they're going to be feeling pretty strong here, Asta.
And I love the itemization he's going for. Just double bracer, no funny business. Double bracer gets a damage item in between, and then he's going straight BKB because. I mean, once they've got BKB, and as we said, like, they're group up. With BKB, they might just be able to go straight into Roche Pit. It might just be a hard one for them to contest.
And look at this, from the low ground, they've got the step onto RTZ. TPs are coming in, and it looks like Asta are hesitant on going any further towards the attempt at that kill.
It's a hard one. He's level 12 now. 2100, 80 HP with that 18 armor. Quite a tough cookie to crack still. They do have the finger, but in that position there, they can get turned down too easily. As EG. Still just chilling out. You can tell they're not really like feeling too flustered. Still just playing like this farm game. As we said, they do have this really strong potential for late game scaling because of that ET. And I think the Spirit Vessel is done. So maybe that might be a go to try to go get some more kills onto both that Necro and the Morphling before they do get their next item.
Buffering lagi anjing.
Flying Arbed.
Ini alias 8 namanya gak ada fotonya, Jack.
Catch some sort of action over here.
Coach paling juga.
Dropping faster up top, Monet. About 500 off the completed Manta. Borax well on the way in towards his Blink Dagger.
Sampai hutan musuhnya gak ambil.
86 is playing it safe and smart. Knows that it's very likely that EG's members are eyeing him up around the mid lane.
He's getting real close to BKB. And you can always get that off. So it's important for people. It's like the sleep into the arrow. You'll get the BKB off. So it's going to be a good way to cover them. And as we said for EG, they
Did he get any help? No, not in time. 86 does try and step forward.
Gak mati.
Hold back Arbed. RTZ is in on top of 86. Boat comes down. Hex as well. Borax doing his best to control Arbed from being able to jump in again. As we see, the Sleight of Fist won't catch 86. So 86 is able to step up to the high ground. Borax will lose his life for it. But 86 will be safe. Still,
Masih ngorbanin lah, support masih ngorbanin diri demi biar Kun kayak nggak dikejar.
Start to look for these fights. Pre-BKB on the Kunkka. Keep going. They've got Spirit Vessel. Keep looking for these Keep looking for these
Bet
pickups.
lagi Ted, all in lagi 200 langsung.
They do not want to get into
Aster
these
game 2.
5v5 engagements yet until they have more items online on their heroes.
Ini BO3 kan?
Very careful, Monet in the trees.
Pasti.
XXS as well. He's out of the bottom lane. Doesn't want to be pushing out any further himself. Whilst he knows that EG's going to be on the move.
Terus ya all in semuanya siapa punya
looking for kills.
$50 yang sisain dulu.
Wah, nice. Mati Monet.
He's going to come out Fly.
Spotted.
And straight away. Immediate grip here from Fly. Leaves no chance for Monet.
And that's
Menang
you're
mah
asking one of the reasons why.
Iya, kalau di bullet game mah bisa menang Aster ini.
Saya bakal betnya 10 kill terus chat atau gimana?
10 kill terus, saya kayak nggak tahu aing.
Ya sok 10 kill yang lain lah, yang udah males.
Kan gamenya udah mulai semua.
IG made the read and got out. And that was without the Ags on 23 Savage, so now that he has that double attack, it's actually definitely going to help a lot. Even more mana burn to work with. I think still, if you're IG now, I feel like this is a perfect timing to go smoke. Lina has Boots of Travel, so she can likely connect your play if you make it in the right spot. And that way you get value out of your Aegis that has 50 seconds left and the Ravage coming up in 25. There's like this narrow timing.
Mulanya sama-sama
20
banget
seconds
gitu
where
yang
you could find the
waktunya.
dream fight.
Iya. Soalnya kan ini mereka mainnya qualifier teh.
Bukan belum game, makanya gue takutnya EG-nya main bottom ini bottom frame.
If you're T1, you have to know. I mean,
Gimana cara main bottom frag?
Lalu bracket bottom frag.
Bottom frag masih ya main game bottom frag terus tuh. Bottom frag bangsat, lower bracket bodoh. Bottom frag.
Oh ini
kill.
Tim Secret lawan Spirit. Aduh Secret.
Soalnya ini totalnya kan 16 tim. Jadi mereka lagian kan qualifier kan nyari 2 teratas kalau nggak salah.
Yang ada tim Indo apa?
T1
lagi main. Ada Saper sama
White Mon. Monet kan di Aster. Iya ini di Dota 2 TI yang 3.
Yeah, they were looking at the bottom
open
half
war.
of the Night Stalker and
Iya,
Dragon
mati.
Lane.
Nice. Morplingnya, tempel morplingnya.
They would go for
Tempel morplingnya dong.
Gila banget anjing apa ngasih Lucianya.
Ya, tuh ada 3 CPS mati dong. GG kalah T1.
Itu mah intens sekali loh, lu tuh juga.
Gak ditempel Hero sama Morpling gak kuat.
That was extremely close to having a decent fight for T1 if Emo dies there. There wasn't much they didn't need much more there, just a tiny little bit. Of course, an issue that they are facing with their lineup is we're going to see the replay here. Kuku has good single target damage on Night Stalker, right? But he uses everything for the line build. So now that they want to go for a 4 kill, Kuku can't connect here.
Goblok ganti we terus. Dari saya nyuruh aing ganti sampai aing sekarang belum ganti, saya udah mau ganti lagi.
Практически нужен еще электрик Вортекс полетел, последний взорвали и 414 золота для Сэма. Бустрак фраг. Shadowblade покупает Свен. Aing bilang ke si Marcel
Apa Acel ngebet lagi?
Да, все-таки тир 1 команда это вау, согласен, ребят. И я согласен,
Memangnya kalau udah dunia perbetan nggak bisa keluar lagi.
Bisa lah. Rico enggak, gua enggak. Siapa yang ngebet lagi? Vale udah enggak.
Vale nggak ada uang. Kalau ada uang bet.
Tapi tetap aja dia udah nggak mau.
Ini gua dapet dari saya yang kemarin menang.
Kayaknya Teti juga kalau item yang nggak nge-stack dia nggak akan ngebet dah.
Acel
beli kayaknya dia mah. Soalnya TIT turnamen yang ya lumbung duitnya di sini kenceng, soalnya lumbung duitnya TI ada match ya, walaupun kalau kalah ya sama aja sebenarnya.
Фэнтези есть у ребятки в разделе сообщества. Я там сегодня фэнтези вам отправлял на сегодня.
Terus yang ngebetnya belum bisa ditalikin, Dad.
Iya, nggak apa-apa, yang penting stok aing banyak dulu aja lah.
Iya, maksud aing ditaliknya belum tahu bisa kapan gitu.
Ini yang gue bilang nih Jack, lihat VP dari 6-0, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 67, 10-8.
Tapi tetap menang.
Kalah.
Oh, jadi 8-10.
Iya, dari 8-10. Aing takutnya itu aja. Aing teh 8-1, aing lebih parah lagi dari 8-1 aing.
Susah bet first 10 kill teh.
ayahku udah jaga protokol kesehatan. Kalian juga ya, biar sama-sama aman.
Good time. Quick jump in. Combo. The sun set up. If they got the damage dust out, they do.
Lagian, ini apa si Acel Iping ngebetnya gede nggak?
Nggak kecil terus, tapi ya kalau ditumbuk-tumbuk mah bisa $100 aja langsung. Dia $8, $10, $10.
Modalnya berapa dia?
100.000.
Nggak, modal dia baru 50.
Ya baru beli itu $10 baru beli.
Oh.
Aing kan nawarin, Cel.
Still RTZ down for
Ada
20 seconds.
$10 needs
You don't really have to use anything of too much importance. Sure, finger, but it's not that important right now.
Mau dia 10.
It's coming from Lion.
Udah.
Tower will go down and
Si Aca mah cuma ngebait kalau dapat syukur, kalah ya udah dia mah.
Lots of ways to break it, of course, with then feeble.
Terus dia bilang enggak, tapi dia beli gitu.
Enggak, dia pengennya sendiri, bayar sendiri.
Nggak bisa dikasih ke dia maksudnya itemnya.
High ground, nice trying for the stop setup. They've got the sleep. Into arrow, splitter as well. See if they can burst him. Oh, they certainly can. Ice just destroys him, punches down Borax. He's over towards XXS. He can't run, stomps out. XXS gets shredded as well. 4 dead on Asta there.
Ini kenapa ya yang Rusia banyak banget anjing channelnya? Sebanyak itu kan pemain Rusia di Dota?
Enggak, soalnya analitiknya banyak.
Nomor 2 nomor yang paling besar Rusia kan?
China
sama ya keduanya Rusia.
Ice is massive. He's got that last fight, he gets the 15 talent right before he walks in too. So
China kan selalu kan gue udah bilang China number 1 gitu lah.
Saya tahu nggak di Twitch kan bisa baca skill. Si alahin mau sia ke skill yang kayak misalkan mau playing ada apa, saya bisa baca. Cobain aja.
What the fuck? Bohong ya sih.
Cobain dulu baru ngomong. Cobain, udah belum?
Are off the side to 86. Ice, he's ready to run in. He wants to try and fight, even though they've lost RTZ.
Yang mana di mana aja?
Di mana aja? Siap mau baca Manta Style ke PT ke bisa. Alahin aja mau sia. Nggak usah diklik.
Nggak bisa tuh.
Waiting for the last minute to throw the spirit out.
Nggak bisa.
Ayo lagi nontonin orang
RTZ does die though, but in a position that is very
kalah ini sama Invictus. GG udah deh.
So a solid attempt from EG to try and find more from it.
GG.
Saya cobain channelnya Bodok deh kalau gitu. Channel Bodok
semua channel udah kayak.
Ada semua channel waktu itu.
XXS gets himself back on the board after just talking about
Dota TI nggak bisa gitu.
Kalau di Bodok mah
Ogi udah beres lagi anjir.
Kalau di Bodok mah bisa.
Ogi menang anjing cepet banget.
Ice now as well, so
get on that morph.
Instantly look to jump on top of him with the setup.
Прекрасно, как этот герой работает.
Gak, gue gak bisa tuh teh. Gue lagi di Dota 2 TI Rasis Rusia. Pencet arahin ke
yang Bodok bisa. Gak tau Bodok hebat tuh.
Возможно, стоит купить тоже какой-то второй лотус. Чем больше лотусов против Бейна, Титана.
Oh iya anjing, yang di TI mah nggak bisa. Oh soalnya yang di TI mah.
Nah ini udah ada settingannya, ini gue bisa lihat nih yang ini. Kok gue nggak bisa pencetnya Mirananya, gue pencet Magic Wand-nya nggak bisa nih.
Bang, biar kepake gitu. Gue colok juga hidung lu.
Bodok bisa anjing, kalian mah awal-awal juga kaget.
Same for Monet, right, with the waveform attacks targets. But I mean, we would imagine that point
menangin Aster.
Smoke on smoke.
Coba matchuin Aster itu.
Like we said, ideally they want to get the start where they kill.
Bet $2 dapat $11.
They are starting to get quite strong because of that ET, so their team fight.
1/5 ini.
Tapi kelihatannya EG yang menang nggak sih?
Iya pastilah. Odds 5 ya.
Lanham might have to be just let go on here. Borax is going to try and jump back in there. And 86 with the grip. He's able to get the BKB off. The split comes in. Ice gets the kill. He's over the side. Punches down Borax. Now EG's ready to chase for more. There's on Asta.
Kayak main Valorant, skip dulu segame.
Up to the
Wipe that. Oh GG nih lagi anjing.
Ini perang lagi, perang terakhir, wipe GG udah. Perang GG, wipe udah. Artezi useless.
Abednya tuh overpoweran.
Emang Abed jago parah loh. Kayak kita lah, Ted. Gimana?
Dia nggak masuk circle kita ya.
Dianya nggak bisa masuk circle kita soalnya keras tuh. Kayak
Aing main Dota.
Iya, kayak Xiao main Dota.
Tim main audit ya.
Kayak Teo main PB gitu.
PB yang jago goblok.
Nah, aja nggak tahu sih main PB atau enggak.
Aing teh baru bikin akun PB tengkolak gitu aja. Langsung bantai gitu. Itu sama tengkolak tapi.
Di PB masih ketemunya kayak si Teti tapi versi kecil tuh. Bocil toxic.
Aing main PB jago pakai ini apa? Draguno.
Ex bangsa.
25-11. As you can see on the graphs, all tapering right over towards EG's heavy advantage now.
Anjing,
Next move has to be a good one. If they lose another team fight here, it could potentially
Lana's gonna get one shot.
Yeah,
pretty much.
And now, I mean, do they want to fight without man here? As they don't man down, and 4 versus 5, not something they're interested in at all taking, especially with the 5v5s going as they have been so far. Aster's going to have to sit back and wait.
The warding by Fly is something else that I haven't really gotten to touch on too much this game, but it's been very, very good. Aster's had some really good ones down through, like the sentries that we saw from earlier, but that's the reason why Ichi's getting these grabs.
Comeback kah?
Try with the jump of the burst.
Goblok wipe 2 kali ini mah.
Bukan goblok aing nonton yang IG.
The BKB's come off. Arteezy's now ready to step back. Monet grabbed at the front of it all.
GG, masa T1 kalah sih cuma masuk ke TI doang tapi nggak bisa lanjut. 2-0 sih ini Morphling meta banget deh. Apaan sih? Wah GG udah.
GG menang.
GG juga menang ini Invictus.
Ayo teh, tuh bete mana teh?